Donko na ya pedi muma breaking news abidafo enso aba betrase Tony Montana trase odi amanonsem no ebebre na fiye de aka nyina enso aye afisam nko a nsem pii ho ani nyina no ye ba na ya betwetwe ho enkomo ene anopai league matches how do koso Tony trase edi ebre from Europe na fe wura teams no enso emo transfer stories kakra enso wa pii ena Tony aboni suit kama pa odi hunsem ebre na fe league matches e koso e wo memu weekendi ene emunsem pi the local stories kwame Miki Babe Trans na no so no odi nyina abre 0551599933 0551599933 and a WhatsApp line with me the messages na faso abre pamcho 0244263902 0244263902 and so a video WhatsApp video line with me the video I hold on no afaso na wa ma onsam no ayentientiem e de amaye wo ye nkakra bi na fei moyi noise wo mu nyina dede wo mu nyina na ya te nko a wo de no de wutie bia radio television na wodum no kra wo kasawia na wasan ama volume no atimi akosoro ama yatimi ate wonkaye anyasa na nsa yetu bebregu efise ebia nsem na wo ka no wo strani wo ES a obetima tikakra na yentini ye papa dede no wachire dodo yo mo nyina kwa babiom eba program ye so midfield action Montana de Tony
Godfather
say yeah
na me adom now so happy new year
so wo ye de
na me adom award winner bia de na akwan mu
okay holidays you why enjoy
kakra
okay yeah basa house babiwa na we refreshed
it's true
now we are poised for action in Yasam Ketwakra. All right maminti we now the bread say Chelsea it's yeah
more inconsistency near consistent mama you do so performance and then I'm there call the next level chana ma drop it
Hadjin cra I nim say top 4 there you know bia mpre ho a kire kra na exhibit man kra
afide at a point na Liverpool beat him only 2 points
yes
oh Chelsea
I will hope papa but odwene ho a won tia say sana football etie anamboa sana football etie du bia sa Tony Yenko na imoma point difference between your name and Man U and Yame
Mummy and Uber separate league.
Love it you.
The CP award winner. Yema etie 4 and I have 4 kwa bani into 4. Emerna son tell a friend to tell a friend say Midfield action airborne. Yema bibia official pa bi yen sha sen Riyadh, Saudi Arabia and then and the Italian Super Cup in the grand finale Basso Inter Milan any AC Milan and airborne. Why and then you obey magic as champions of Italian Super Cup now AC Milan semi-finals no Rafael Leao went to be armed because of the injury no now so and the Bibia Edge obey part of the team so be started and as on started there then you know a coach consasa on some name player no available for selection now what do we say and training session Milan ahead of a Milan derby no our defender Matteo Gabi and also Antimi and training anti Gabia and ye who so betimi abo and also ontimi emma already team that travel across Saudi Arabia no Samuel Chukwueze no careful and Alessandro Florence is place ni injuries inti omo antimi an kontikoba say and Leah wanya fully fit na fe Gabi so antimi amma ebe ha dwene ye papa on the other hand oko Inter so ya omo so omanya double blow because Marcus Thuram semi-finals no and prayer half time and free mu and Korea and so and now went to Anthony and ya likely say South 2+ between abo the Milan derby finals of the Italian Super Cup. Young French Ligue 1 Black Stars young captain Dede Ayew and he was on target against the former club from Olympique Marseille 18 the French league course so dede are you go no and ye kan ho sempinti na pull ups and Andre dey na atena team kasai and am say Osia can for 8 solid seasons of free hall 2015 club born growth Olympic Marseille papa born Marseille Jordan so born Marseille nti out of that respect nti no dede are you share go no one celebrate here and na oman nsa so sa go your share no go keep na clash here and nti o prayer match no one manwie na offer mu no supporters no born about so born some and so at the Emma dede are you Oko Spain so Mabaya omona let's come Madrid boy and no Spain Copa del Rey na Ernest Ohime Taribo and dia na obia e the friend of former player Emma Anoche Stars was state na obo don pass na nakwasi Georgia FC 2-2 na Ernest Ohime Taribo so e wo hono onya akwanya face Atletico Madrid Spanish Copa del Rey na Atletico Madrid ko share 1-0 no Antoine Griezmann ni only goal no na Emma Mabaya for and so entimi unqualifier Ernest Ohime na ohwe no our Kessben television so yanko the French Super Cup and other and a champion of champions and so etimi eba so Emma PSG share kabako a Monaco entimi anti 90+2 additional 10 and a year PSG and the only goal and no Dembele said here our Kessben Sports so enti PSG omo titles omo agena enra omo the champion of champions abeso so enti French league no omo agena 12 times French Cup omo agena 15 times French League Cup omo agena 9 French Super Cup omo agena 13 times and European Cup winners and so omo agena back in the history of PSG when the titles outdoor omo and so etimi agenti eno ade no na ohwe our Kessben television so yenwura mum our Chelsea aso ye enche bia na Enzo Maresca Chelsea manager ne betu just said Wesley Fofana ne season no ebetimi ay over because of injury ono enso etimi apeke ne mum Wesley Fofana na enso akon social media na odi message about say it's not true. I'm not out for the rest of the season. I don't know why Maresca said that. I'll be back in 4 to 6 weeks. Enti Wesley Fofana Trema Enzo Maresca o chantro na onim de nti apan be kan say the season no over na ono as a player na dey ogidi pass between 4 to 6 weeks no ne ho beto na obetime sia kan biom e di ama Chelsea omo football club no your Premier League mo dia yenwura mu ewo South Park game e course so Chelsea omo ebo draw against Crystal Palace Chelsea and the question first goal na no Cole Palmer Jadon Sancho and Jumani nyina man Cole Palmer share Chelsea goal line over our Kessben television so nanso e best 8 minutes ama match na end no and Jean-Philippe Mateta take ma game no etimi draw enti Crystal Palace omo equalizer no and our Kessben so enti ebelechi eze and ma pass na Philippe Mateta at the tournament Jadon Sancho highly disappointed if a draw at Chelsea a boy because not omo winning until say omo consider this go movie into sama Jadon Sancho or the children.
What did you make of it?
Yeah, frustrating. I felt like we controlled most of the game, and obviously one mistake obviously causes us a goal. But other than that, I just feel like we just have to be more clinical in front of goal. We create so many chances, and obviously it's kind of frustrating not to get another goal to kill the game.
Frustrating.
This is
Chelsea. Or maybe what draw because now omo winning omo nya chances pa and Nico Jackson any other players no e bowling in guye Chelsea share 1 Crystal Palace so share 1 na Josh a champion ninchi free Ghana Joshua champion no so gina chiri ho na ye bisa no say attack Jean-Philippe Mateta no na at the saying o share any experience or gamer Chelsea boy no
Teta, what was it like coming up against him?
I kind of never really think about my opponent. I just think about my own game and also try and block out the crowd, and having played with these lot before in big stadiums just kind of helped me.
Yeah, I was going to ask, your previous start was against Shamrock. Did it feel like a big step up today in the Premier League?
Yeah, it felt like a bit big step up physically, but you just get used to it, training with these lot, so yeah.
Yeah, and you played alongside
Josh a champion and I would say in the life Kessben so and our defense Chelsea I'm draw I'm the Palace a boy no na enye isi krasa yenko Anfield enra game about so between Liverpool and Man United na snow no toy pa nemo match ni nyina chi no etimi about so na Man United Martinez and the share first goal at the moment na onim say the last 6 years on about the first player wash goal Anfield at the etia Liverpool Man United ko ho a omuntimi enya go mpo na nkampesema konya winti eno ada lucho go no na hwe our Kessben so na Mohamed Salah also share Liverpool almost second goal na penalty when say Mo Salah why you call it Thierry Henry the number of goals or share in the Premier League 174 goals and Mo Salah and Henry and so etimi ashe na enra last minute chance akoye Edinburgh United nenso Harry Maguire or Boston Lady United fans ne pina Harry Maguire so boni three so pass sa chance ya o he our Kessben Sports is na awasenka last minute win o he the pass by na Harry Maguire be ogina pa o man ball no so ball no fair wiem baby no United fans ni gidi pass way na wasenka the winning goal na after the game Van Dijk Liverpool captain say na ka betima worse senka omo amodra because honestly United enya chances pa Van Dijk na ga say mo admit ye mo mientin sama Van Dijk Liverpool captain no or the tuja.
Obviously, I think if you don't win, there's always an opportunity missed. I think we have to be absolutely honest with each other. It could have been a lot worse with the last chance goes in. I think a game with a lot of emotions, 1-0 down, obviously a great comeback going 2-1 up.
Way and some Van Dijk Eddie Etujua na Man United captain Bruno Fernandes and so the Tuja say United onim dientia was say enra omo ebo game omo intensity level no wastro nanso previous games na modern one poto onim adentia na was players na say omo pick and choose omo pick matches awodo a also omo level no also cost because clearly enra against Liverpool no omo show up dey na two omo in omo previous games captain no ekasai.
United team has been widely criticised and, to be honest, completely written off before today. How about that for a response?
No, obviously criticised unfairly because the position in the table says that oh, we lost too many points. Even today, you know, like we can't be happy with the draw because we need points more than they need, to be honest. And obviously, I think it's a really good result. We could have even won the game at the end.
Happy with the draw in Anfield because Enra no sen common etimi ewini coach Ruben Amorim say United Enra na oye so mad at them because performance way ewo ho and at previous games no mo born throw cancer no Ruben Amorim na onye happy cry.
I think I get more mad because of the other games, so it's even harder to understand some things, you know.
Bruno just said the same thing. If you can play like that, what's been happening before?
Yeah, because this is not about the system. It's not about the technique. It's about something else. And it's hard to understand even for the coach.
And somehow Ruben Amorim, United coach, need to just say performance we were ho. Na previous games no dey intina montimi embo na eno adam Liverpool tig na ye to before the game na for predict huge scoreline crooked scoreline in favor of Liverpool so eno United na cause come share Liverpool no among a football club another player of Fabi pa Trent Alexander eno mono na enye after the game so pundits ni bi Chelsea margin Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher the face so omo pass as a Madrid omo a request no mo dia ba no bed no disturb boy no amani ntimi and still focused in see akan even Rakin po be kan say player no after this game about Obama Tranmere Rivers enra Gary Neville and Jamie so after the game omo kasai
lad as well. That won't be easy, the distractions of having all that noise. Real Madrid are a hell of an animal. I thought it was insulting, to be fair, from Real Madrid. I mean, they behave like that sometimes. They think they can get what they want. But Liverpool, are a football club of immense stature. They're never going to sell Trent Alexander-Arnold for 20 million quid to you in January. So you're taking the a little bit. You know what I mean? You're taking the mickey out of us. So I think that will have probably unnerved him this week. You can imagine his agents, his family all say, oh, what's happening, Trent? You can imagine that noise going on in his head before this game, which I don't think would have been helpful. I know that footballers...
Yeah, but they would have known what was happening.
OK, so you said that up there on the... Sorry, just to let you know, we're just on a podcast where he said he thinks that Trent's people will have invited the bid from Real Madrid. I think that's quite a big suggestion to make personally.
No, what I'm saying is, we're not naive enough. These two lads have been involved in transfers. We haven't, but I'm not naive enough to think that Real Madrid would put a bid in January for a player who they can get for nothing in sort of 4 months.
Why would Trent's people say put a bid in when they know it's going to turn down?
Do you seriously believe that they
Jamie Carragher and the guy never now at the first no enra symbolic performance plan at Trent at the MIA. One player free bench ebe make some decisive intervention power. Man United defender Lenny Joro enrada at the 3rd minute to free bench eba. Now Ruben Amorim counter play and say oh untouchable enrada. Obey interception be a watch home na ehupa mamo hesa attack ya Lenny Joro ede emaye enrada kenyo no a enka Liverpool etwaso ekonya almost a crucial goal no nenso timely intervention pa tackle no excellent far ball no and na Liverpool for entimi enya omo ego number 3 yenko Arsenal match ne Brighton boy and Brighton enya penalty na e dey take a penalty na Mikel Arteta bofu pa ye be Brighton penalty na omunya ye alitia Arsenal no eno aye poru na ye head in it enti mama Kessben television penalty no enie Sam head clashy na a warranty a penalty and as a referee no now are very very harsh. After the game Mikel Arteta coach Emma Arsenal say a free so deep boy penalty way won't be that didn't know say referee edgy boy as penalty Mikel Arteta no wa dwapa mo bi sama or the two dwa.
Well, I've never seen a decision like this in my career. I asked the boys if they have, and nobody have seen it before. When you look at the incident, the distance, the player, Joao touching the ball, then Saliba touching the ball, you can see contact there.
Do you expect that to be overturned?
If I expect it.
Why Mikel Arteta or say on who be that? Nah, yeah, sorry so. Real Madrid Vinicius Junior red card no nya against Valencia no. Madrid appeal. Omoji pass goalkeeper no player. Barca show mo 4 in the Copa del Rey no. And after the game results in there one fan cry. I know proposal to the girlfriend. And omo lose in the Copa del Rey was stadium where and defender no or a proposal send a girlfriend no and say na onware no. Say Barcelona Danny over registration the court. Na the commercial court rejected the court of first instance and also rejected La Liga rejected Danny Omo registration then RFEF rejected say Barca next option the Supreme Council for Sports CDS and it say Barca next move and also jigu dia and the court ankasa no and so the county Barca assistance now nyema M5 kwadem coach Edema Barca Hans Flick GD pass than the home registration no den and also ebetimi afa I want you know that Roma and Jordan send the draws so AP okay yemfansie
Montana de Tony
award winner
ma yemfa NCA Martin Sembebre ani nyina no efa holidays kakra by less than 2 weeks yeah up to 24
yeah
okay ebepem and mo kra de mo shase second na Tony Joyce assistant pa we never be anka be pa checks ni ade ne wo no eh into garo ha this kakra na obenya obepia bonti
Godfather Bopana
let's say Bopana you want to dos
Bopana
perform this all right we see actually
but that's a Godfather
word to the wise yeah trust the about Kessben television Kessben 3.3 Kessben 2.9 Accra agudi mu nsem na ye brobro so de ekono na menim se mo ye mo de no so ready mo famra na yenyi bi emfiri ho emamo 055159993 055159993 Ufamra na envim kakra emfa emamo. Even though Kumasi Santikoro and Manchester United didn't win yesterday, I was so pleased with the performance of both teams. Wishing all of you prosperous new year. Greetings to Madam Patricia of Martyrs of Uganda, Jubilee School, Sir Francisco, Grace Light Educational Complex, Ahinema Kokobin New Site, and I didn't kind anyway Bray. Madam Patricia, no, we were interested ho na school ho, yes. Matters of Uganda, no interest Kasiepa or no a teacher ni and I say our office or Madam Patricia. Yansu Yabechao. The Pamcho messages and I am Namujan in TNTM and Fa and Mame. Happy New Year to the best sports team. I pray for good health and success for all of you in the year ahead. I believe that restricting television coverage of matches does more harm to the teams than to the GFA. Broadcasting these games provide an opportunity for foreign scouts to assess our players' talent. Imagine if Liverpool decided not to broadcast their game against Manchester United. It will be unthinkable. I know. I now understand why our FIFA referees are rarely assigned to officiate high-profile matches within the country. Ohineba Kwachi, Cologne, Germany, and anyway, and so Abraya. Yabashim, some hono a dorsal, and the matches near course on the moons and SMP, Yababa, Naiba baby, me pa, with our messages number, the making kind de Amamo, may call Balm of Gilead, and Koma, Minino, Ebedi, Munina Munim, education, Hodwo, and the Ayaresa Hodwo. And doctor obetrasia or the emaye. Inti nipa ni pii no omde omso bia ni hankwa nka papa nkwa de memfrɛ na one omuni nkuta ho kakra enu nti na me na hia for the first time in 2025. Doc.
Seyo.
Akwaba.
Yejo.
Say yeah. Official panso
afem kometo ye
biom
afem kometo ye
na wa hodin na wa hodin
pa apomden ne nkwaten
yes oh ya pa na nyame diska kranso any dey kranso aka ho abaye
no ebe automatically add because the moment we jidi ne a wodi na chinko ade eh mass se o sesika ne de
hodin any ho na say ehia wo na oni one city kura obotom na komu ku na wa hodin no so hadwe
no du bia na me sheda ma le be ye nsohwe kakra
okay
ha be wo fam wia no wa page out be bia ekro wo de ya ne se obetintim na waye rooted e woni mu
doc
so yo
yasaba biom
yes
BOG vinegar
so yo
and that's some kitu asese e manfo hia pa o nyama ure system no mu break it up esen vinegar ni bi ye ho adwuma pa
so yo me da say ye di kan no na me ne da na say se ne ye di kan no me da won so ase pa say 2025 me my the first person what they me rem in fact many are sub too much enya minim de enya ma ho fe eye total grace into me that was say when we be for name pen for the Kessben media de etoso me no anope me pese etiefo nyina hu ne say ye de official pansem ema etiefo nyina ne ahwefo nyina yes say afi de obo ho mpa 31st no na me aye na from the area wo de aye wanam ntu a obitu esan so okay kan Psalm 23 verse 6 or say for goodness and mercy shall follow me goodness and mercy shall follow me ye ni adoye bedi mechi na wonim wanka se ye ni adoye ebeba baabi a wote meaning say wo take step a wotu anamo a yie ne adoye bedi wachi nti ebe hwe pa se empire na ye bo no eye betu anamon ka empire no se wan tu anamon amon empire anka empire no ho na wo ye wa adwene se wo bebo empire nko a wo boa nya adwuma edu ba bia yama asofofo ni bi dadaye wo ye nyame ba suade you have to become an apologist e basa obi twantro krampo a unhu wo go say one who near walking na no what ma ko ani to my first motivation message I made met you for say ye ni adoye bi di echi be won to anamo a o ma
yes
you make a step for goodness and mercy to follow you. What na dem say me bomb who expect we be say application letters na wa no. I mean, ujidi o tena ho o mfa nkokoko baby a forget about that. Enye juma. Yes, enye juma. Me kan no kire mu say dada mo. Me a Pentecost elder and I'm speaking from my heart to say, who take a step a nyame ebema o step na what you can I yield the results. And only the only message I no pay me the moment. They toss me you know say apomden ehu hia enu nti say for health is what wealth. Sure. Esma si mo se yo ye didi bebre ya wiwi bebre ya nono bebre ba de ba ko a e wo se wo toto e wo se wo fa pa na wo de ro ni pedwenim ne se nipa wonan bubu wonsa ebubu a o ye mobo senior asase we nipa bi o so bia eno ntino se wonan bebubu no akadem se wonsa ebe entimi nya adwuma pa na tambia na se wani afra pa na e mobo enti nipa bia wo Bible bi bo a e wo so ye preventive health onye obi a wama bibia ba ansa ne what try se utu ho anamo eno nti ne say biogen vinegar no enye dru ne momo no because of say o pese wo muka so wo ye bia wonu egu o kitchen ye o pharmacy waduane eye wadru nti no mokoto vegetables mokoto carrot cucumber tomatoes atosode kotodwe tene ho ene namo bobi gunsiom na fa wo horo ho se ne be ya ebetimi ama aduane no ho atew e wa bonten ana afen so onum nsuo a ensuo bia wo num akọ ne pedue no bia no sebi wo de bi wo jingumo ebe boa wo me kura de eya na se jo de me pese me kire ne se ne pedua no ye wonuane no bibia ya me de ache wo be fa bibi te se akekedru garlic cinnamon cloves pepper ene turmeric mo na wo be fa anka hu na ye tugu kosua hu na ye tugu ene kobe hu no mpa se jo ye pili tugu a se jo woni mi se kobe hu no one of the phytochemicals ema blood pressure is stabilizing enti sane ma we nyina na make sure say oto bi wo gini bia utimi fam kroma na ene wodi nso hiegun no obu biogen vinegar egum ne ma na ewo kroma ne mo no be ma BP abafom ene mo na ewo kroma ne mo no ebe ma o cholesterol abafom na o be fa cinnamon o be fa ginger and also sometimes pampo tomatoes wa blend it with the natural juice wa blend it na wanyam we no na wo de biogen bi agum like open ewo tomatoes no ene selenium no ebe ma o prostate gland no I mean awonde abem ginger ewo eya kekedu gingerro ewo mo no eboa maka nsem we bebre enti in the year 2025 ya yesumi sejo ewo se efie bia enya biogen bi mo de mo nya smoothies sejo ema 10 ana yebedi bronye mema omode biogen atre kese no miensa ede ka castor oil ana mema omode disposable cups and ketwa pa na yeta use for offices no on say wa kese ne won ketwa ana mema omode warm water fry ana me say mon spray e wo mutirim na mon fa bi nso brush toothbrush e de etwetwe yese no de yenyu so na mo de bomo a mon fa nye mo maso sejo before man and god any part 10/10 omo mutiri no eni mu hanu mo de no emma no ho no mo efu omo mutiri ebubu no enti wo ya ne sai we de prepare mu a no waboduku wo so de ada wo ya ne sa for 14 days sejo you will get excellent results omo belly omo efu aye kese me say either say cucumber ne apple either say bofre any ginger either say bofre any lemon what blend the wie no wo di bioji ne biagum bioji ne nya dru be smoothie sa ma kire wo say fa bioji ne ka ho na ye no enwanu no na e wo sa niam ni mo no ebe ma na ye adwuma
okay
enu ti bioji ne de say do sisi ya ye wura hamatan season mo ya enkofo bobo wa isi code na dawson code na dawson
futura ko ni pam
futura ko ekwan na o se ye guguso aye guguso ene weather na nkasa nso asesa no me sure say in this season adia e wo say you didn't more natural spices akekeduru turmeric garlic mo near the vitamin C foods bit to say kind of say oranges, pineapple, pawpaw, or ulcer, peptic ulcer, obetime do watermelon mo because stand kind of say standalone fruit in your body you categorize mo you will standalone fruit you alkaline based ones and you sound you can say highly acidic and subacidic and to know person will fortify your system with vitamin C. One of the natural sources of vitamin C pa bako watermelon and a bofre obefa bofre alkaline based fruit sweet and until you best say ye queen no you twitwa bofre no watermelon ne carrot na yakoto na say yo me ya de bi esmas muma me ya me hu se me ni age kodu me pe kodu pa first me di kodu ane me no keka me but I realize the source no nye say yo kodu na me papa ho kakra me pa ho fo ana me bu bi o jini bi egu nsiom na me soak o for 10 minutes say yo me di kodu me ne je
sir
na me trust baby a me to no
man taste for
enye sa man taste for me who say me di ade ye natural
okay
yes me twitwa ato no na me papa we me who say anka wo di anka o katre maso be keka o kaka na say be man tisa
twetwe bibi frim
yes e basa I mean vinegar ye de wo hu ne ma ho enti basa wo look secure makoto kokumba no papa mu watermelon kwa ye de raba kata ho a esun bi a okono me srew o to a me mfre ho me mfiti preokupe endi endi sejo ne papa mu no fa bi wo jin vinegar egu nsiom na melon na wakoto na esun bi na wapapa mu no so ki omu for be 10 minutes na enyi ebasa wo di a wo sa de no wo di ade a eye kama eno ne preventive measures 2025 yam prevent than say ye be ma de na wo ho
curative
yes curative no
na say remedial remedy
no say abeye complicated there be there preventive no the best preventive is secure and no na balm of Gilead the mission is abeye more education than what medication no ntina ye ba bia ye try say ye be educating for say you me koi obi otakra de ye wa anaji ye to anaji choice man o Accra this week Accra for Thursday Friday Saturday me boho life mombra na nyame mfa me so emboa mo mo amo komase ya ye wo the carbon MTN for ne chiwo ene ochina ejuada kan say ene ochina wukuada ya wada ifiada ye wo ho asetimu amo ba ye be nyame be fa so aboa mo enti ya we bi etitu bia no wo de be sorry na wo be won se nyame eyo do so do your number no 0539 86 38 0539 86 38 and I said 0240 51 21 71 0240 51 21 71 Sejo adansia akoso bi ojena esmasimo ano se ye na number akopa ye na number akọ okaso oka ho asemo a ye pon abeka ho asemo acho mesre say offices bia o dwumemu a na ketwa ba ko no LC adwumam na o de ba ko nso ɛwɔ fie ketewa no yɛ 40 cedi 75 ana kɛseɛ no nso yɛ 300 ne yɛde ketewa no aka woba aseda house hɔ a ebi wɔ ha aseda towers akra ebi wɔ ama mopɛ sɛ motu bi ɛtɔn no nyinaa no yɛbɛsrɛ sɛ mombra na yɛayɛ crowd sɛ yɛbɛboa baabi a wɔbɛfrɛ yɛ Ghana bia nso no yɛbɛkyerɛ mo na mo nsa aka bi still a no ɛnyɛ duru ɛyɛ food product fa gu nsuom na nom na wodi nneɛma a yɛakyerɛkyerɛ wo so no nneɛma bɛyɛ kamakama sɛjo official pa I salute you pa I salute you yes
afi kɔma to yɛ afi sɛ na bibia yɛ pebia no nyame de adom yɛn nakɔpɔ nhyira wo so na ɔnhyira adwuma no so na nnuro ahodoɔ no nyinaa no nyame mfa ne nsa nkata adwuma no nyinaa ne nnuro no nyinaa
amen
na ɛnsa yareɛ ntɛntɛntɛntɛntɛntɛntɛntɛn
amen
yɛda ase paa
amen sɛ
Dr. Edmond Arthur Balm of Gilead and then no atwitwe nkɔmmɔ no momfrɛ numbers no sɛ ɔde nkaka no woba ɛyɛ aseda house a fɔmɔ BOG vinegar no wobɛnya bi atɔ abidafo 902 0244263902 momfamra na yɛhwehwɛm kakra ɛnso ɛmfa ɛma happy new year to the best sports team. I pray for good health and success for all of you in the year ahead. I believe that restricting television coverage of matches does more harm to the teams than the DFA. Broadcasting these games provides an opportunity for foreign scouts to assess our players' talent. Imagine if Liverpool decided not to broadcast their game against Manchester United. It would be unthinkable. I now understand why our FIFA referees are rarely assigned to officiate high-profile matches within the country. Ohineba Kwachi Cologne, Germany, and I didn't message way and so abreye ewojumedi and so eso. Ye twaso ede amamo abejafo atrase enche mame nko mo na fe ye foreign stories kakra mo de abreye na ye twaso happy new year. I'm say bedin kan ayiwe afri ho ententem. We say happy new year to the best sports crew. Please, Joe, under your crew, it's my prayer that 2025 Kessben Sports will continue to be the greatest. My name is Joe of Prabon Basic. Please, today I want to hear more from Newton Latte Marijata. Thank you. New Betrasi and Chakra. Now the more you're free in the and so or the Honsem Bremo. Mema, Saboko. Who's your friend? So, some who blew our in our Sha. Okay. All right. Okay. Sabia, no, go pass. Then say me need to can videos. You papa. Telling you.
Oh, wouldn't say Nigeria, dear Minibia. And on
what Tibrunya
Saturday, you know, I'm Pebrunya, but me,
okay. And I'm almost a tifro mood. And then I
you know, it's just that I never come back.
Some of the tea in I throw some quantum tea. All right. Okay. This year we want more of you and Ship Dealer. WO2 and Bonsa Bema Camp.
And I'll never be represented.
W2 so why so jeni said the Americano ultimate and this aqua munyana munchi no mreme na mema handsome reward pa the penaction say so soon musia yes na me am the best boy. All right, yes have a view.
You know, as usual, sporting fraternity need their issues on the BR for Premier League in Koso, Spanish La Liga Koso, Italian Serie A, no more body Coppa Italia, no still a Koso, the French League One Koso, back Ghana Premier League in Swan. Kotokone has to fuck with the same points. You know, Kotokone has to fuck. Has Osha after Impempi, no, and Kotokone has to fuck Omubo game who are Belusuno. Uluso games in Koyema. But after the defeat against Kotokon, has 3 games on Mabuni no Marine.
Okay.
Games on Mabuni no Marine. And at least that is a new breeze our buffer has folk team now. No matter how you look at it.
After many Kotokono, how many wine abo?
Oh, has a
the last time only Legon City.
Or Mobrecum Chelsea, or Mabacra Lions, no Mabrecum, or Mabo Legon City.
Okay.
Inti omo ni nyina omashe.
Okay.
I think they struggle against Lagos City, but eventually they won.
Yeah.
Even against Accra Lions.
Yes, 3-2, no?
Yeah,
yes.
3-2,
That was a poor goalkeeping from Accra Lions goalkeeper. But has last 3 games after the Kotoko.
They had 3 maximum points.
Yes. Has a team winning me and saying now. Kotoko so, you know, from the Adriana game when I shall see a bow gym now and say that was the game of prosperity augment me obviously Omubijano Kwano. From that time, it's in a Kotoko looking back. Omashobia.
From Adriana game.
Yes.
Omashobia. It's not true.
Much better. Okay, and I'm sorry. I only forgetting media. And I'm draw against media. You know, I'm saying that after that game, they are yet to be defeated. And you know, Okunya a point at Takwa. I don't think it's a bad for Kotoko.
Hey, rival, bitterest rival, I question the 2-0.
Has a folk.
Yes.
Okay. If you look at it from that perspective,
simple. So I say, 1 point.
I'm not looking at House of Folk. I'm looking at the venue Takwa, and I'm looking at Mediama. Sekotoko Bogana Premier League.
Media match is only a bit of Takwa.
No, I know. But how many teams are beating them? You know how many teams are beating them in Takwa? How many? House of Folk. Inti Mijitum say you expect more from Kotoko because fifth ni season no money had to full pre no enye omotina be also omotina. But I'm saying that in the Ghana Premier League, say watch your dreams, watch your Gold Stars, watch your Adriana Stars, watch your House of Folk, watch your Future Stars Africa. Na say oko eye Takwa in the Ghana Premier League na kunya draw. I don't think it's a bad result. Generally, I don't think it's a bad result. Inti Kotoko and House of Folk Genoa, the same point or pray. But it's interesting after all the defeat that Kotoko has, you know, still a league, you know, Omujina a better position to win it.
Okay, because point difference.
No? So, Kotoko 5 matches, no one to me, you know. I think that there be a Okasa Kotoko has one league or more. Oh, yes. I think that you're not going for it. You're very high.
Table now, when they are ahead of the other.
Has they ahead.
Has the same.
It is me. No, they are into the top 6. But has won
now 28 points.
Yes.
Yeah.
How to know?
And now we plus 6 goals. We plus 5 goals. Into plus 6 and there's no cut up. Okay. That is House of Folk.
Okay.
Yeah.
And or there be a case of but on money Gold Stars money Heart of Lions no points in the moon. Points in the moon. Just a slip from Gold Stars or a slip from Heart of Lions, Kotoko and House of Folk will take over. So imagine the Ghana Premier League having Kotoko first, half second, or half first, Kotoko second, normal competing. A be brutal. You will go back to the old Kotoko and House of Folk race because I do. You players now, my young who say, and we cannot push the players to go and play for the Blasters because the platform that was set for them to beat Nigeria and qualify for the CHAN tournament. We can consider 1 or 2, but the reality is that. Omahu didn't the hair and a song. Inti Yabeshe how Heart of Lions, Gold Stars, and then Kotoko House of Folk, how they will battle for the Ghana Premier League going forward.
What do you want to do, my brother? You beche me free. Oh, jab beche me that.
After Omukoya me right. After Meka said Omutim way there, a more hard. After the Kotoko game, I'm which Kotoko no. You know, I'm also picking from there, and they are beating teams left, right, center.
Yes. More review.
Yes. So you have table now. First 2 will be our 30-30. Third 4-4, 29-29. Okay. Fifth 6, 28-28.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, anyone game pen will be losing always on hold, you know.
German for near brew.
Yes.
Omo cancer, Omo nebeji, tough from Bebe, 1 year. Last minute, any nasa.
You know, did
for charge you?
Answer, you know, Ghana Premier League, you know, in the last 3 seasons, you're winning the second round and the first round. And Ubetimi a bar. A drew baby, I'm a co Africa, met me a ball. Me co Africa, am I capable? Me co African, and me hammy. The last time I was saying the teams in the co Africa, or more buy how more apart from Kotoko and House of Folk. Now, Mr. Monaka and Temase, but summer test after Africa, on with summer test. You know, after Africa, on with summer test. One who's what remind, one who dreams FC. Into Africa, ne bono. Sankoye the 2 big clubs now. And you are not at a point battle in Africa and Yamen relegation. Into Africa, ne bono a draining class, no. especially one more home grounds. It drain you. Into some matters, almost some reasons now they struggle on the doors. But I'm saying that it is one of those points I bet me already said after Africa no said any money. Because don't go start on money or TV so.
I got to prevent it from.
I heard it, but I'm finding out.
Okay.
It means person conclude.
Okay.
Now more stadium.
Okay.
Omo no mo akra were calling me say, camera me kai coach Ben say fa frame say ah. And the camera be any stadium one am say there be camera ho. Eh kotoko dia me who say kotoko cameraman e tie kire. But me who the usual camera go out and I say etwa matches no. Maybe I met no I was told that kotoko fans ni be say omo mpene e mo mun telecast match
no. So we eventually we
kotoko go stars on TV no.
Omo anyi no TV.
There be on TV na me can.
Me ka team benda kotoko ne ko boy ya omo me ntwa kotoko so be so e so omo so ma yin match no baba yara no. But eventually omo show yi. Me kotoko game omo ko boy na yeah me pom reps
okay. Me ka game na me was stadium.
Okay.
Kotoko ne go stars ama TV.
Ama TV. Okay.
Yes. Nti well we see e be ba discuss here. You know na high game no. The reason akwaduru. Oh, David, yeah. The reason akwaduru nde.
Chief of staff team near team
Vision FC.
Vision so you be. So numta.
Okay.
Omo ye bi.
Okay. Oh, claps in Bebraye. Oh, claps in Bebraye. And yakotoko ne media man kwa na yeka. Claps in Bebraye. You cannot blame the claps. You can't blame them. Because claps no musro. So omo kobusa say TV ne try a ball ni sika omo de mai we omo suro omo timusa. So the only thing omo be ne say stadium ni e na yam prema mo nye.
Because after all, so ama omo ntwa. Omo twa omo nya hwimfiri.
Onya hwimfiri. Enti on timi nkokoshen because they are afraid see a basketball to omo. And after penifon don be hanama omo say. But me grounds ni na so obadia. Mempene.
But if I charge me there ma there.
Ah, okay.
So ma charge omo.
Okay.
Enti no oma bo omo charge. Say oma ma yanyi match no live. Enti omra me yi omo ho no.
Oh, okay.
The ball omo asotwe no mo there. We don't know.
Nah.
But oma charge me there.
Okay.
Yes.
Enti well, you know, let's hope for the best, but I think see league me say a person man for ni je ho, ya person man for patronize, ya person jai foreign ball ne hwe. Na yen so ye ni koye game ne ho a TV so dear. They know be we as akwa ba 2025. Yeah, try say kotoko ne me dey me bobo.
Charge in the osoro ho.
Ah, okay.
And the TV no so no.
Have been charged with a breach of section 42, okay. Of
Muhuni ya na
42
kwala ya mo team sheni money. Na me
Mediama SC have been charged with a breach of section 46 of the GFA Premier League regulations 2019 following their Ghana Premier League game against Asante Kotoko. It is alleged that the club prevented GFA accredited media partners from the live broadcast of the said game.
Okay.
Mediama SC have until Wednesday, January 8, 2025 to respond to the charges.
Okay. The charge no na new I can kind of. Nti omo de abo omo. Na omo ye bi earlier no so e.
And I come back say the opposing club
and almost as every media
opposing club now reported one or reported but when evidence be back.
Oh, opposing club FA na small
and say your question so say I don't know the first one
FA na am kwan so
then any busu was
am go na report to the FA good if you club na report
it you charge no say Joe how na me call with you so be report to here or be a report to say Joe say FA the product I don't know how many consumers no and if you find the first one and I be as and CDR then that's fine.
No people say the way na mo say emfa VAR mra Ghana no.
And they say you know and many people are
as I grow the
age ya na obi what see e
camera. Oh prevent camera ke so me ntwa the line na VAR.
And they can
be bad in offside goals now or
Uncle Hardy and Rako be the bobo na chiko crowd there.
I'm on preventing the class of Kwakwa.
Maybe van plug na share. Uncle no be to cable.
Na e be dum light or stadium mo. E be dum light e was stadium mo.
Yeah, na we show live. Na clubs he benefit.
Yes.
Boom sika boom.
Yeah, $50,000.
You want because all money in China man.
Yeah.
Now you bought 2025. Mediama.
Yeah, check their impact in Africa. Omukobia they don't disappoint. And you want yes. You see them groups there to go sec on.
Sikasem.
You know, the first
fails and what is going on?
Say obey an emerging force. Now build a certain squad now the room So one team and replace this squad ni bi wa come teaching the heading. Into Hebrekum Chelsea squad no mu benyaye no. Lee Adi, Sowa, Banahene, Jordan, Bequin, Bassett, name them. Brekum Chelsea and team and replace this quality ni bi.
Okay.
Into Brekum for no bet for fourth, third. No more home invincibility into ukwa and one. Edwana Stars somewhere. Go for Saka mo kono mu replace your mo. Then Edaka mo kono mu replace your mo. Wa Adams mo kono mu replace your mo. Set opare mo kono. Na everything no wa ma temo nso asori within the ranks. Come on Zakaria mumu ni mu kono no mu replace your mo. The only player ka within their squad was Sam Adams. And Sam Adams back kotoko. Or Sam call back. But you know, so we said to me Amibu Yaya Muhammad, right AJ. Sa squad in na be seen there. The only player omutimi kofa ni room kofa experience in Mano Jamfi. And the former Kotoko player and Obama crew from Ni Boy. I don't friend pon by. And kofa Justice Tosuche from Wafa striker na didn't buy. You know, from that time no say how many times now was a Diana Bowroom and then they brought Bright Angel after his failed move to Kotoko. Apart from that time, how many times now was a Diana Bowroom? So I'm going to focus here because you got to a point that you now were battling with Kotoko for players. Yes. Mikai Kaleba Manko was still to play for Kotoko. Okodoni Adriana. Mikai Imano Boating. Obien so abako to Kolwe. He was my personal friend. Iman was part of Gideon Wedja, Richmond Lamte midfield of Wafa. Iman could PM team friend Adriana Stars. Zakaria saying Zakaria Mumuni. You know, no PM so abako toko. Eventually he ended up playing for Adriana Stars. But an Adriana team for Munsa Mumu Bio and Kofasa quality ni be ma. And you know, you can say the moment you decide to go in for Division 1, Division 2 players, you drop.
Yes.
I don't know Legon cities. You can say Parkwasi was the problem, but after Parkwasi, what has been the solution to it? Yes. You bet me I can say your champion was the problem. After your champion, what has been the situation? You know, so one replace quality with quality. And yeah, now be through the very top to compete with the very best.
Obia de hadwin o. Obia say na mo bo we no na e de na hadwin ma mo ho. Accra Lions. Bullets. Right Danko, me ba.
You know, almost situation is different from the Mebubu.
Last season. Yeah, sure performance last season.
You know, the American midfield the teacher and they say.
In Sobila Dominic.
Oko. Nancy you call Asukia, blessing Dankwa. It is you know I wouldn't more Yaya Muhammad mo. Almost players no Shakan mo. You know almost want to replace Omo.
And Abbas Samari.
So at yet almost squad na Samari, almost squad na last season no mo dey show obiano. Almost want to replace Omo. But we had to fly Timmy Ja Omo de no. No mo dey be back ho no. One situation. Story need different.
It's different.
Who say Lions to dey no. Omo ton jiska. But Adriana who baby Adriana aton ton jiska.
Players no call.
Omo go free.
But Lions to jiska. I'm na ko gasen boache. Wafa de ya ko yes anketenkete ye hu say omo perform pa. Lions to ton who those boys no. David Odro Barcelona.
Who their core relegation? How this character battle? Division 1 for no.
They have to place these guys and hit the standard. I heard a key issue the Lions is about bullets for Bebre. Accra Lions Bebre pa, and they have one of the youngest squads.
You Omo ton now man replacing that's one more favor. He Dreams FC.
Yes, Dreams
Dreams you know the impact of Omo Kono. Etia Hene, Emmanuel Eje, Abdulaziz Mo, John Entry. Who said yes, Ajanim Boateng Mo, Jalilu. Who said these are key and integral figures.
And key elements. Season 5 within the club.
You cry bro. No Omo my.
Yes. Experience Omo. When him say no ma share 200 and minimum. The very day when I'm say this guy I know him sir. Or you Kumasi boy. Yeah. At least say what ton na one replace the Adinoa or battle no be kwa kopie from ho. And in all second round no na Adinoa you be hu Omo Moko any Omo Bonje.
But say your magnitude of Omo freelance you say you know a draw numbers around 17 players. Lions Accra Lions you know Omo free no mo doso. Say be a few players be 5 6 be na corner be a but say you around 17 players no move free within the season after say we near run to the new season no say you numbers no doso and you are one of the idea making impact to Accra Lions
almost Africa na relegation na be round here No, the trail, baby. Na, enke moi. Most
critical pointer.
Yeah.
Well, Odiakwa could do see football.
Yeah.
Obeko Africa near my fans. Now bar, na next season action form.
Relegation room now, sir.
Yeah.
But you know, see,
okay, class, no?
Yes. But you know, see,
free by there's a dreams, on dreams. On seeing that them.
Yeah, not hate, no, you heavy.
Summer text, Ediana Bobo, Mediama, Omoko Africa, you buy, Yaminkwa. Oh, they are two shatter.
But you know, say Ekoye sounds
relegation.
When yes, but on the other side, a negative on the part of those teams because Omunya the chance to play the game at their home grounds. It is a kind of crab gate in a shot. Say no Omunya. But imagine those clubs, you know, Senka Omutimi born on home grounds to cry their list. Say some say bo ewa cry. Some boy for na be san high bass akọ omo say. Say it's what man e bo akra. Any person be kwakọ. Say media man for book kuma say any person be kwakọ. Nti omo be lusu. But say yo, say omo nso amaye league ni mu a kotoko ne ha se aya kwadwora che. So omo amba mu a you know omo pie na kotoko ne ha se so ayira o. Yeah. Because say league ni e ba be sha say ene kotoko ne ha se bio. In as much as Kotoko has been dominant in recent times, see ya Ghana Premier League, Baba Shasia, Yetimina Kukudro Kase, go start Beji, Samatet Beji, Yem Fabricum Chelsea in Cajon, Yetim Crackers at Lions. But you know, every league in the world we have the traditionals. Upo. Traditionals in the Mrebia, stick it to them, say, see a Babebo the Italian Syria, Inter, AC, Juve, Napoli. Yes, Roma Beba, whereby, you would say, they've invested so much. Go to the Premier League. And when we say in recent times in the Premier League, investors and so benefited from investing in the Premier League. Into her last 3 seasons, Newcastle, Newcastle United invested, you know, they played in the Champions League. Aston Villa invested, you know, they are in the Champions League now. In less than 2 seasons, Nottingham Forest they call relegation. They signed 27 players, and then Nottingham Forest are invested to the level that Nottingham Forest are in the top 4. Okay. So can it pay off? But no one deny the fact that the traditionals are still competing for the Premier League. Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal. But Odiye Ebaye die moi. Kotokone has befitted the standard of the club. How many clubs ne compare because and the Division 2, the Division 1, until recently, Kotoko decide to go in for players or more Premier League or more perform here individually. No, more so as a suffer more. So as a suffer more sad, then obviously you'll be competing with those clubs. Inti, yeah, say clubs ne kwa no musica sem I'm on call relegation, but you know, almost sorry, you know, abua I'm other clubs and so ST up. I'm obeying say the Premier League, no, and ne Kotoko has in Kwambu. All of us would love to have Kotoko has to work in Africa because you know, Tama Elali, any medium ebo Baba Sport Stadium, no, Oman almost stadium when you say, Nkaya Kotoko, and it say, medium, why you doing on my bedroom, how and yet Dean or Mutiaba. But the usual Kotoko fan is not thinking about the performance of the individuals. The real officer has like about 1 minute, but I feel that because of the history of the club, Senkaya only Ali Neba. The media may almost struggling. Kakotoko be silly true. It you know that is the other side of it.
Yeah, never league matches now. Course so weekend ne emunsen 70 table ne ade na say I more. You be san banner the kakra be count of club news kakra wono enso de abre amanfo. Awal Mohammed
baby ana e ka no. We say over a decade of how our champions have emerged in our Premier League. 60s we say we were Republicans. Ebusuan drafts more winning 70s seen Olympics and then Azakes more ballroom. We say 80s in a Kotoko has 90s you saw Goldfish Ebemu 2000 to 2009 now Kotoko has and Kwa till the year 2010 so no say that was the decade you saw emerging champions different Adriana Bellremu Brekum Chelsea Bemu Wow Stars Bemu Ash Gold Bemu and then Adriana came back and won. And then share the last 5 years. Yenya ne waji league na defend it. Yenya has winning, yenya Kotoko winning, yenya Mediama winning, and then yesanya Samatex winning. But asemna na o kase yen class be ko Africa. No more ko bon mo de no more saba no more struggle. uchi madwene ba baby so je we no necessary boy wura ye panyimfo ne tim so mo ye league ni ye si ye hena league ni ye na yetimi nya sponsorships pa na niema ekoko su na se cover game na mo se mo me na TV sponsorship ma ye nya sika betimi sejo that is where we are always going to be they be depending on only the two glamorous clubs in Kwasi mo fa in Africa. But ye league near there could be a way dreams can go and perform. They will come back and they will be stronger. Among ton players, unlike how it are used to be. And I think say a honourness say in pin for more football no. Omo margin and call. See ye league near say you. Baby I can say you.
League near. Our Muhammad no. Or therefore now and now the ever fine.
League no matches in the doors no. Number some share out of lines in the how surprising Bashir for 2-3 points in 3 goals in outside to go you know. But then
Kotoko and simple power.
Hey say you
against Heart of Lions 3-0. Hey. Say and simple mom.
Yeah. Since Coach Kazim Menga coin you who between we. O John mo coin you who between we cry. Some yet top 4, some yet to turn that down you who between we. Basa or tina bechem na all Heart of Lions say no. It means bechem that so quality players are or munya the confidence time on be grow at the about better amount for hard. Na Kotoko games are trying so koyo and has folk accessible local debut with Lagos cities. But other already a facha me did games no crack. Na menya media man Kotoko no. You should a cracker pa very open game. Nam catch check one of the best games I showed this season. Is a game. Obia apesa wo share. Obia person washe. Kwampoku is finally back. Now I think said the Togum wanya head kakra. Esankomo ye dika di sankomo no. Abetamwa has been the main flower in the final 10 for Kotoko. Onwa no bia person the ball in man Abetamwa. Then there's Kwampoku now. Now she 2 strikers na start here. Not just say for so Abetama na ko Benkuma from. Now Baba na Kwampoku after the top position as a number 9. So Joe Kwampoku say chances and ra. Now my journey says a doctor to me a system to contain these 2 guys. Now we get the best out of them. And for the best support you more. Maybe the future and the better no limit. Say injuries in chance be a one time be boom. You call when your contract near dinner. Doctor Casso maintain 2 strikers we were top. With young wingers we have a shame 2 midfielders be 3. Ever can't fin for no 2 strikers we say behind the power. Wow.
Yeah, that's always been Kotoko. New Nansen or Masaidiama. We got Ben a champion, Kofinti Boache, Nathaniel, Yaya Muhammad, Ameturi. Yes. Kotoko Isaac Boache, Ainana Hindia, Sheila Lasana, Franco Semu Fletcher, Banana from Port. That has always been Kotoko. And Nansen or Masai team, and Obia no Masorina Babidino. But if you want to raise the standard, you need those type of players. Omujina ni muana omudi Abba, even unless as a moment time, you get the options. Oh, so you to be also. Yes. Now, some prosperity time, no. Time and bellable in Figabon, you have a coach on the bench. Until at least, who say any money, and you know that represent a big team. Until a man you need Chelsea more Breno. Because Joshua Zazi in Holland, back on the Senegal, you know, only players you do only the big team. She Lewandowski, she Mbappe, she Hurricane. Ellen Haaland, we want a players or your big team Lautaro Martinez, no general top. It is a big team, that's one call for these guys. I did not, you will suffer. And the Kotokomodia, that has always been the standard. It's just in recent times, and I Oana Obiai and Yamabasa. But for the 2 guys, Kwampoku, I watch him against Gold Stars, he was okay. Yeah. Go no say Gold Stars, no. Only mature the ultimate.
Never said who Penachi is Cows, I didn't know.
Only mature that. So to yes, the composure, the technique, the timing. I knew. As I can be beat, you know, you no one come on to me more on by and nothing even got channel.
And now if you go no head, they say, you know, he had about 40 positions too. Oh, no out. Born a banana inside. And fellas and turn defenders and come home. Intelligence, maturity in the box, on preno hokra.
Momo to Africa.
Yeah, on ban on stars.
Intimate channel. Yes, your modern one of fem. Summarize Bibia.
I say, charity.
And intimate
why so child for no.
Because you know, whichever way you look at it, Kwame Ntimi are making a one time. He was a big boy with a huge name playing for the Blasters. Even starting for the Blasters. Okay, no Ntimi are making back. But we played 1 year. He came back in the second round and played impactful in 2 big games. It is not as if Kotoko played against Minus. Mediama Gold Stars. Gold Stars here, potential league winners. Mediama former league champions. And Kwamboko leave mark in just 2 games. You know, Antina yeah, they've done well because
to get the guy on
yes, because because Kwamboko pay what I heard. Now I'm in the training sessions in Koyi. And for him to play 2 games, get 2 goals on track, they've done well. It's Kwame, players, local players, no one share more game.
And you did say a residual question with regards to our technical team. And also, come on, say you na players no kwa here there adimo and share no. Yes, in as much as you're a quality player, but her game now, game now, there is about become.
But any technical team is where you say I want to me ball.
You are not now can I let's pick 2 different players. You are not any Kwame Poku, 2 different players
very
altogether.
Different.
Not even their profile.
Very different.
You are now a Ghana Premier League for bare 5 seasons across Spain.
Yeah.
Now back. And of course as good. Became United. Had a call up to the Blasters. And now Oko Egypt. Into our huge experience. He's a mature player. Kompoku from Division 1 came to Kotoko, played 16 games, scored 6 goals, got a call up to the Blasters, traveled to North Africa, and he struggled. And the Yawano is a mature player. You know, struggle power by in 2 games.
Osako prepare account.
Piano near
Obe Premier Ghana.
I
found a simple
Obesanya contract upon answer.
2 top teams so Rabo. I can't so
we are happy for him. But happy in my
league, you know. Had you know. Tina Chan almost share yes ano.
Tina Chan yan qualify.
No,
that's where I am.
Generally we have a coaching program.
That's where I am.
No, I'm not saying.
And I'm more man also so come home.
But
11-3.
You know, that's was yeah. Now foreign now. They were called. But let's be honest to ourselves. Say the chanting emergency drama and your coaching hierarchy. This is a coach who have 2 league titles with Kotoko.
A wrong choice, Anna.
Maybe
money.
I'll make my opinion.
Let me
local sources now.
I'll make my opinion.
Local sources now.
Because I hadn't hear me pa.
You know, I'm free. I'm here the profile and need man opinion. I'm here the profile. Ghana Premier League
profile now. Do the same.
I'm on the common trade. This is a coach who has 2 league titles.
Yeah.
What the FA Cup? He was part of the Blaster technical team for the Coupe du Mondial. Blaster technical team for the World Cup.
Yeah.
Wakono Jilanda Koye Juma. Oba yen the local Blaster man knew what competence again. Ghana League na yebono. How many coaches they hold 2 league titles?
Bashir
Hayford.
Yeah.
Bashir Hayford is the only coach in the Ghana Premier League now, or even in Ghana now. I hold 2 league titles plus FA Cup. Coach Adote 1 plus FA Cup. Master Kwadu 1. Coach Prosperity 1. Sika Kono had the normalization committee, and I think that was all. Bodu were multiple titles, but we did 2 league titles. Bodu were triple, what did triple at yes, FA Cup, what did double asaka, but only 2 league titles. Into your hierarchy, and yet did Bodu an assistant. Didi Dramani the head coach. Samuel Bodu as an assistant coach. New technical bench and yet. I want you.
Maybe point in the say. So see your friend.
We also said Obakano.
Your friend currently ye coaches we are see a what inform elbow moi.
Yeah.
Your mojo say it didn't come home.
Blasters in there,
that is the point. Blaster no. Then he free or if he was performing. And we are not question number 1. I'll go to the number 2. 2. Last time I did the D team be him as a head coach, as a decider, no. Yeah, or back as vocalist. Or D was a decider.
He was coaching Division 1 club. No, me back. So, I'm only answering you. I'm not defending whether he's good or not.
Yes,
he
because
was
the contest is all perform or all winning. And I would because if you want to say, oh yeah, they were Blaster not to touch Nordland or Chile. Galazino is the head coach decision. Call your players, decide, and only in your home. Then I've been saying, say, football na yabono. And yet you were a resense in your UNCCA. Now you were league, no, your man a chance 18 teams you place never call. Now you say, okay, say men kokotoko trophies in home farm or baso. Men kokotoko be. I'll talk about this contest. Kotoko the India why man
oh yeah, you okay, you on point to see a new Galaxy coach Ben Enfano. This is your mouth chance of Bobidia, one Enfano.
May you and bro adote so, coach adote.
Evans adote.
Yeah. Galaxy Juan Bru coach adote so.
Oh, okay. All right, you talk to a drink, send also a drink, yo. Baby, I will be a teams, players, and more performance, coaches, referees, no so more than more fem and the Becca. I will fem. Referees,
no, do not.
Chan, I can say because of Tanzania. Is it 1st to 28th?
Yeah,
of February, yes. 26 center referees. Africa, Ghana, Libya, and
you don't expect any Ghanaian to be part. Your best referee.
26.
New. One in
Africa, Chibutua.
26 African referees. Center referees. Ghana, Libya, and American countries. I have a program.
It is a joke.
We're free. 25 assistant referees. Ghana need 1. 20 assistant referee. 25 in Ghana need back. No, ni friend ni Roland Dodu.
Roland Dodu.
Yes. On the assistant referee.
50 no 50. 26 26
25 51.
Yes, what do you call 51?
51 and one assistant referee.
You look flag no.
Flag. Enochi ansana lie via
specialist
via na we nyare ho enti babia mu me hu salis we me say what
we machine
na say jo ko na ke ko
enya afcon chan
yeah
I want to
Chan your third competition of 4 so BBC on the Champions League be rare one
said you your football no Raul Savol ebe maye story no ha ye fa na say ya say dia George Lewandamina
Central African coach now one again
yes Obema ye won wo kotoko ha ye say we unrespect kotoko ye ne Nigeria pon ma no tia ma coach o say oman na e friend Ghana na ade aka history
glory and one past glory
you know na ye de ye wiase ne ko nanim no ye say revenge ya pa na ye de e boy bitin aka say ye improve
Chan Tanzania
Chan first so we have concern China no about CAF Champions League Confederation no about Chan this is the fourth competition
the referees now go be center referees will be and through be out
say no na ye national team best coach oba de ensenya na man ko Zambia
no
yes you know ye national team oba na o coach ye nyina nim so o ya de no ya say jana ma Zambia
ni wa ye mentio no otuado
enti yes so otuado tran he go work qualifies enti say do coaching and refereeing issues
no but referee for us we shouldn't slide it
referees are call
we shouldn't slide
referees are call
new come teaching inside Ghana referees in recent times say
Benin referee Burkina Faso Comoros Côte d'Ivoire DR Congo Egypt Eritrea
yeah omo na me twen
Eritrea Gambia okay Kenya Libya, Madagascar.
Timi anko wia enye obia na yi referee kwan mu Manchester City. Liverpool did race net twice. No obia nim so obaje awie. Ye wie no na Manchester City sa omo ho aba abaji league title.
Okay.
Arsenal the last 2 seasons na ba ko Arsenal did league by 8 points, a drop by 5. Ye wie na West Ham United ne Southampton. Ababe Arsenal lose league title to Manchester City. Last season, game no obi anim say Arsenal de ko. Arsenal tina fie Emma Aston Villa be share 2-0. Emma Arsenal lose league title to Manchester City. Inti Arsenal there's omudi wachi na omudi woni menyehu. You know, at the recent time Chelsea ain't showed that level of quality, experience and that consistency. Inti won team trust Chelsea because you know the Chelsea that you know I won in some league title at Geno. They will not be dropping points against Fulham at home, dropping against Everton, dropping against Ipswich Town. And you know against Crystal Palace squad there. Now say Crystal Palace team Chelsea ball even at the bridge into omo ball draw anything. But Ipswich Town, Everton and Fulham at the Stamford Bridge into Chelsea for still high Pikeba, but to win the Premier League is far from them. Liverpool baby omujina and bijitum say Premier League in the last 3 seasons Asaka say the finishing point in the second half is very important. Into ye babia and obi a kire ne bobre obi a kire na hoden. Enti obadwene sa but you know teams na di eye Liverpool. This is a Liverpool team that have about 80% of the players on the Premier League ni bi da. Enti omu experience in winning it. Omu coach ni new in the EPL. But you know games be or Liverpool bonus say oh sha. Who said this is a team that are likely to claim the title. She game no boy against Fulham no. 10 against 11 they managed to get a draw in that particular game. And no match no boy against Manchester United and said yo say Liverpool your team be abon kombelus. Because United played with determination, resilience. Omu make sure so omu team nye. But omu allow a team called Liverpool to beat them because the last 5 games of Macobon and Anfield in the Premier League, no, go Kurana, they are yet to score. But still, Liverpool to me fight it back. Even a point in that particular game. Liverpool winning the league to say so much, I agree it's early days yet. But say, oh, trust I say Arsenal moment betting about you or Modia, you know, Arsenal there, you cannot trust them. She gave my boy over this weekend against Brighton. Obian himself at least, so open Premier League in there. Brighton team not bafem bebre. Even in the attack, the likes of Julio Elciso, Danny Wolberg, Simo Adingra, Mitoma, those guys are not on form. Ababe Carlos Beleba, ene Abrante Feni Jao Pedro Nkwa. But still Arsenal and Timmy and Shomu. And the absence of Bukayo Saka for me is a huge blow. It is a do. Liverpool there, baby omo jinani ahode omo de boni baby omo call. If there is any team, almost sorry omo betimi a Liverpool. I would rather tip Manchester City in as much as say, oh my bre, na fe no more picky from beating Leicester City or my Sababeche West Ham. But I cannot trust Arsenal based on the last 3 seasons performance on Modiaba. In the early days yet, fine. But you know, oh say Arsenal may Liverpool free or they are no. I don't trust Arsenal.
If Manchester City had lost against Liverpool, you'll have bashed them. Talk more about them. Amo Emmanuel. Upon Valley, Wuso, anyway, Abraham. And he also command you, come for man you. So my boy Liverpool.
Obia yade, me a sure pass and ra. Even Ruben Amorim, I know need to Man United, but was on boy. And to say, now all the tabloids are. Omun United, say, Man United, but he said the Man United are Omunim because said, yo, games need be or what, say, I do them. And as a match be all Baba who said there's a huge gap between you and team now never born. Saturday no na make catch make say. Yeah, what there be we are say. But in Pempin and I'm saying teams ni be ahon ne koso bebrebe no. There be ni bebrebe why at Togo. In Italy, if you are talking about the Derby de la Mole and the Torino ni ahon de o de kwa koche Juve into be wasting a time. If you are talking about Espanyol Barcelona, say yo, Espanyol ahon de o de kwa koche Barcelona na way. Na one no na the Merseyside derby, no one will say Everton for room back, Aquacoche Liverpool. But even in the last 20 years, check the number of times who say Everton Aquacoche Liverpool. Manchester United against Liverpool. Even at Old Trafford, it was 3-0 against Man United. It won't need to say United beating Aquacoche end. You know, look at how Man United played against Tottenham Hotspur, Newcastle United, Nottingham Forest. Games on my boning in Koyi. Until United you could game, say a bad thing so many say. United Beppo and Romo Boy and Bassado, and what they really played and showed that a team of place or Liverpool and some. Look at their backline. Shakwa Omo fast the Gapo Mo Salah a battle here. Look at their midfield. Edra Manuel Ugarte was all over the place. She had the point blank saves and the reflexes of Andre Onana imposed. Now share the kind of pace Garnacho de Bem, share Amad Diallo, shall pick a ball on the back and the confidence level and his ability to take 1 or 2 players. Until it was a United team, no my ready say, and there's no way they'll be defeated at Anfield. Until so because Manchester United the whole season, they almost share Manchester City, but you know, this is the Manchester United will be happy so, and for me, this is the best game for United so far under Ruben Amorim.
Wow, Chelsea for you.
You know, problem is there's someone I'm open and this is a big team. I'm trusted team in Adia an improving striker in Nicola Jackson. And the more decided someone could be our non for team than on final the open. Until whoever won the game and why Crystal Palace even last season more against almost Stamford Bridge Crown. Shabere is a goal. Sana baby or money and Mateta is one player they be out to temu gain mubo in an out to temu. Chances say buy in an said Omuboguye Kopama and then Nicola Jackson the culprit and coach didn't so much players now who said the baby on the ball. Untrusted guys some more bench, especially Joao Felix. And it's a Kopama Bona or your off crash still are no keeping in the game. All the chances say buy in Jackson Eposeno. One team I'm fan to and who are watching Newcastle United, Crystal Palace, Chelsea game in Abbey who say a game I am a match of equals. You know, a match of equals. Chances a boom can crave, you know. You need to make good use of, you know, look at this pass from Kopama. National strike and yes, it is a joke. So person who compete here, you need a more experience and a more quality striker than this player. But on one I'm feeling no. Into chances in a band, you know, and one of Bogui and Chelsea the last 4 games in the you know. Maresca need to wake up because results now come on there. Some person will bottle for there. You need to play above yourself because games now more than the
Yakoba Nemro, my better other leagues, you know. Na ye ka kran krabi so afrim local source no de say ya fi de no p but say meko na me ne ebe na kodin komo kakra Charistic Ventures na e ba betoa san komo twi enso so Mr. Fred Champon Kofi na te say oh na te say kwa dem kwa go say te say dey
na me adaro my ho
oh won kwan de
na won kwan awade ntimi ho
e nyame ase ko say why Kuse. Yes. Nkopon share. You move be you know how close no mommy. Kofi kuse.
Time because destiny. Yawo nkwa de say yire a how time be do. The only way any time you know you ba be di bronya you know a period you know after elections. My committee so much to elections in normal match because my mom said I can't fast raise me into Joe na me spectacular way and car between the Jana Koya and car FSO be fitting. But Namio Namio
Crepa
Namio
go for oh Yakoba Nafi na minim be no bitike ma oba be si from say that man for Canada and she said ben ho was say she mama me there
okay be 1 week no January 24th yeah and then Monday me boy Friday be week
and then 6 yeah
Friday be week if I'm not wrong January 24 me name say me right January 24th the mama bo date na me na hon to January 24th be I got 2 weeks and I don't know
okay
na and be 1 week no e wa hero
okay
you very well.
January 24th is Friday.
Is it Friday? Yes. How many Fridays before then?
Friday. Friday 1, 2, and the third Friday.
Okay, Friday be 2 weeks.
Yes.
Okay, take us like 3 weeks.
Friday be 10th. The next Friday and be 17th.
Oh, okay, we are right.
We na be 24th.
Ampa. And I got 3 Fridays.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and Friday be ampa.
Yeah.
We were assignment next weekend.
Okay.
And after that, you know, I think the 2 weeks they be you know, 1 week, you know.
All right.
Calf.
Me person say 1
week. 1 week, you know.
Ahirom. Okay.
So, but you need to say you crew.
Yeah. You kwaba na fi. Nti achi maame a ode ne ba wiase. Afi bi esan. Nkofo atonsa frɛ Oledi. 24th. and you know sorry 1 week na beba so ewo ahwerewam ahwerewam utre du jama ko anim kakra
say dem say unu mo fa udu pokuma fa right udu pokuma fa right
pokuma kwa na down san ni fa so na no ufa so ahwerewam street na fi yanko bo ma bibia
so we represent
now some from social media okay the yakaba da yako once again kuse amen
sir
dear not Ibrahim
sir Joe medase ewo akonya ode amami na mede enja pesi efri aso ye mahwefo ene atiefo nyina ye sama obibiara ene Ghana fo nyina afihyepa na sede dada ye bekai omo ye nupa ewodwa so a ye frɛ no Zahara Mixture, Zahara G capsules, Zahara Man capsules ene hindi heba mixture no ena no pay ehon komo ene ho adanse ane de beso mu anopai na ye de yedro a ye frɛ no Zahara Mixture ene Zahara G capsules ana edikan sa dro we eye dro a eye infections adro kese pa sa oyo ba sima na wo ho na infections adokoro infection bi tise gonorrhea na ama ensansan abegu ahemfi ho oba bi wo ho a eba ne sa mpempi no na egya no jonso ya yawo oba bi so wo ho a okoni fiti koma dakoro pe na etwa onya ne menses na emakora oyo oba na wote sa edura mi di ho adanse akamfo ede ama se beboa ene Zahara Mixture ene Zahara G capsules oba bi so wo ho a white anase odepo ene na betena ama sebi o ho a ensuo egugu ni kakra a pampan ewom oyo oba na wote sa edura mi di ho adanse akamfo ede ama se beboa ene Zahara Mixture ene Zahara G capsules sa oya bema so na wo ho na sebi wafa inam yare bi tise gonorrhea na ma obema no ehi na ma obema no efon bema bi wo ho a eba ne sha impempi no na ama ensansan ate egu no ne bema no ho prekesen odwonso a na ochem ansa na dwonso no etimaba oya bema na wote sa edura me kanfo edi ho adanse edi ama se beboa wo ene Zahara Mixture ene Zahara G capsules so the phobia wo ho a impempi no wadwale awie no na yesede bibi ene nam ne ho no na yesede ne ho ekeka ne nketenkete odofo wote sa koba bia ton aduro bia sa eye herbal shop pharmacy shop licensed chemical shop wo se wo pe Zahara Mixture ene Zahara G capsules ye dro we eye dro won so a se odofo wo ho na osa pa so hawadwen osa tete odofo koba bia ton aduro bia wo se wo pe Zahara Mixture ene Zahara G capsules so the for ho na wo weak immune system won ko de bia wa ye mere wa ye no phone won ko yare nketenkete de bia na hawadwen won ko so obon se wada sesa kakra bia wan nketenkete cold na hawadwen won ko obon se unya infections a adura obia fa infections no kwa emma biem no won ko obon se ekọ na aba odofo otisa adura ababuawo ebebu still immune system no ama onkomwa no anya hoden ene Zahara Mixture ene Zahara G capsules udia ne se Ghana ha obeko ba bie ton oduro bia odofo taduro no mame na adanse a eba wo sa aduro ho no enya adanse ketwa odofo yebeko ye memeduro no so a ye frɛ no Zahara Man capsules sa aduro we aba se ebeboa ba ma bia sa uye bema na wo ho na uwo weak erection bema bi wo ho a ne bema no aye mere eduro no mre na ne wife ana ne partner eto ne san ya na ayem hyehye ato no so sa uye bema na wotesa na uwo weak erection wobo adabrijo na obema no entimi enni mensema bema waduro aye bakope eno ane Zahara Man capsules sa uye bema so na wo ho na sisi yale ene wabetena bema uni problem Zahara Man capsules ana beboa bema bi so wo ho a ne nkwamwa no ayemre bema ko ba bia to aduro Ghana ha herbal shop pharmacy shop licensed chemical shop wo se wo pe Zahara Man capsules enu ni adura abeboa odofo ye beko ye adura ye frɛ no hindi herbal mixture so odofo malaria fever pa hawadwen tetew amwonum nyina aye nwonwono wa poso nyina awewo de bia nipadua no aye hyehye odofo waduro ye bakope hindi herbal mixture odofo o typhoid fever na hawadwen no waduro aye bakope hindi herbal mixture odofo o sugar level na tetew no high blood pressure na hawa dwen no waduro baako pɛ hindi heba mixture odofo bi wo hɔ a adwuma ɔyɛ no den ogina ententen ɛkyɛ ɔyɛ adwuma wɔ ewiem odofo mesi waduro baako pɛ hindi heba mixture kɔba bia Ghana ha yɛto aduro bia wo se wo pɛ hindi heba mixture odofo dia phone numbers no ebia na nkomo bi wo hɔ ana se bibi wo hɔ a wante ase wo de frɛ insisi a de bɛgye wo so 0246 34 83 34 0246 34 83 34 0248 56 93 35 0248 56 93 35 adofo se de bia meka no me se bambo atrema eye chen ayaresa baketima entodofo aya memma yare no embubu enwikiw emma wonye mmere ansa no akopɛ characteristic ndupa a yede ebadwa so a ye frɛ no Zahara mixture eni Zahara G capsules a ebo atu infection bi ase boost immune system no eni Zahara man capsules a ebo bema bia ye bone samrane se 1 minute bema eni hindi heba mixture ebo odophobia malaria fever typhoid fever high blood pressure ni diabetes etete no odofo ye nupai Ghana ha say ye pharmacy shop herbal shop licensed chemical shop ya top to ho no odofo me shop say uto aduro no bia obeya danse no waka se characteristic aduro no eye
and omunya 2 wins against Stade Abidjan and omusanya another win against CR Belouizdad, but they lost against CR Belouizdad. So Omama Orlando Pirates are taking over on top of the table. No, Orlando Pirates after 4 games were 8 points because Omono winning mienu and Omaba drew mienu. For Ali, they've won 2, drew 1, and they lost 1. In the CAF Confederation, so Sergio, I think RS Berkane are also doing a massive job. Sergio, also after 4 games, Omo winning nina, Omo qualify, and they are 2-time champions of the competition. And Zamalek and so any Al Masry and so at the film so, but Enimba had a very good scoreline this time around after Omo winning against Black Bulls. Now result to Shedan Koye, and one of the goals by way a Brown Ideye 2013, one of the guys are not Stephen Keshi team now winning that team that championship because so AFCON no alongside Ikechuku and then Emmanuel Minike and they leaded the attack during the days of Stephen Keshi when 2013 the Nigerian team were winning the AFCON. 36 we're back to Enyimba. We say at least we've seen some of the foreign guys in Eba, Ahmed Musaba to Kano Piles, Brown Ideye and Swababe joining Enyimba. So I've seen said now no amount for a make clarion call for some of the former nationals now. Omonya retired say Omumba back. So Brown Ideye was one of the guys on the score sheet for Enyimba and Omonya that 3-1 win against Black Bulls. So I think it's a very good result. Sergio, quickly, Ghanaian players abroad over the weekend. Adriayu scoring for Le Havre, but unfortunately they lost 5-1 against Onwani boyhood club, Olympic Marseille. And Oshe go no what decided to say on jubility. And that was what happened when they lost by 5-1. Adriayu Sergio, on what Sergio the leaping power near one of the things that might be steady. Yeah, hair ball pad yeah. Oh, you're very, very good. And some couple of goals. Yes. Yeah, money price. Yeah, Ofrimu.
Sorry, Pejana.
Yeah.
Pejana is a pro.
No pro. Yes. He decided to say, "Any boyhood club."
This guy is tough.
Yeah. The leaping power, yes, one of the things I managing hopper. The leaping power. And Lewabium, Augustin Boachi also had a brace for Saint Etienne, French Ligue 1. Augustin Boachi said, some few years ago, no Obama Wafa. No Obama Wafa. And on making that move to Austria. That was Austria Wolfsberger. So after that 5 million euro move to Saint Etienne. Who say Saint Etienne no more French Ligue 1, no more call. Or more French League 2 and no back. And I think say Augustin Boachi after say wab chassis airborne said you a final result on a barman power. Forcing Amankwa was also on target for Norwich City. Now Omobo against Coventry City. So said you it was 2 Ghanaians, one were this side and the other were this side because now Brandon Thomas Asante was Coventry City side on him, and then Forcing Amankwa was also on the part of Norwich. Obemu second half and Obenya that match winner no. So Baba Rahman said you unfortunately on swing a red card this weekend. Yeah.
Babaraman. And then one goal came Prince Ampim. Turkey no sport against Antalya Sport, but I said you unfortunately I said yeah video. So this somehow the performance of Ghanaian players abroad. So I feel for a year remedy. You better dia ba said you already can Mondays biana ye mama for Ghana for more than more edanedi various leagues no abroad say you.
Okay, awa. Mami nasi na fei minko digwa kakra meko Daoud Heba na mako he mako fankrato kakra bi efi Dr. Daoud aso ye ba ye the local source no beto amoso. Yinti Dr. Daoud kakra.
Oh, ye friend me Dr. Daoud. Me na me da Daoud Heba hospital ano. Na enam me so enane Daoud ointment. Daoud 360 capsules wodwa manso a ene obi adi hu adanse. Na duwe edutwem Daoud ointment or se fetwi na ebeko ofa Daoud 360 capsules or cc na ade wom na drum yenu we e adwuma bom obi a osisi ye o yapa de obeye ne se o de Daoud ointment no etwitwi osisi na anopa ene anwumra na nsa bia no na o de bia bo asawa obetimi de atua udware wi a fa Daoud ointment o de te ne fasra ta bre kro na no na wonom Daoud 360 capsules no anopa ene anwumre na danse na ba amane o de enko na enko ti adanse ni bi
Daoud ointment adrowe me straighten and well done the toda me po djuma na me honam nyina me hu bibi enyi ba se minya sa Daoud ointment we na mtwitwi a na anopa so minya Daoud 360 na me nomo a ese kwa re me ye adwuma kra se kane no te adrowe de edima se mama no be di so asema mama
electrician na ye adwuma ekofia yentimi na Daoud ointment so ye adwuma na obra okodru fia fa twitwi ade be che no na wo hwa ye den Daoud ointment fa twi keke na ebeko
dura me yusu mama hode pa ma metimi gba adwuma bibi e kama e ma me ye Daoud 360 capsules and a Daoud ointment o memre we no na do we no so twitwi wa aposo e be ma ya odi nyina afiri o ma de che otimi be gba adwuma Daoud ointment fa twi na ebeko
da bia amafo company da wo ka musa akọ spreader me secret na nu ani e bugdo na ani Daoud ointment ene papa me sori anopa me di twitwi me sisi achi me babia he me ntebre secret ni nie ti so person to say me a we use Daoud ointment that's the secret of my taxi driving
me a transmission gearbox specialist ejuma me ye en kan na me pega ade a na me nsakra antimi pega na ase me ma ade so na lock me sisi ti say fi se me share Daoud 360 capsules and Daoud ointment abo me bebre the dry you so amente ya mente bla bia obia momodi so betimi ape Daoud ointment and Daoud 360 capsules enya biato
odofo se wate bi adro ya me ka ho asem no eno ho adanse ene wono adi no ko pharmacy e ben wo herbal shop e ben wo ne koto Daoud ointment Daoud 360 capsules na se de enkrofo di ho adanse no wo so be di ho adanse wo pesa wo frɛ ya eno na wo screen ase no 0244 886437 na 020 168 1717 baby a yeton aduro wo man Ghana mu bia no o de wura house pe Daoud ointment any Daoud 360 capsules.
Yo, yes, I'm going to cover Emra Midfield action. Kessben Television, Kessben 3.3, Kessben 2.9, Accra. Quite make it the local source no Ebe Brian. Joe, your boy, Joseph Amoa of Legon Cities, did his work again. He played one of his best games against Hatchfolk on Friday. Brian, Yanko, the next one. Or the free Joe, please, can your pundits explain to me the difference between these two incidents? Debut, where they into me, because we had to fire, you know. What if 024 me ashe videos now the buy, you know, now the open it may wedge the amount. And they at least be grateful to Jackson, who was just last season. Selena with way free East Legon. And so Breye. Hey Selena. Wow. You so buy any one in your Japan. So I have to have messages brain. Why? Now, say,
what's a video?
The baby, you know, still. Selena so video no just say here.
Oh, so be me say one send what's a video
2025.
Sorry, it's saying. Makwa election edunku go aba not ya not.
Debi.
Can you find the out to
man na debi me man can ye.
Sorry, it's saying. My expectation is so high.
Say at least sorry of media. I better say what is that?
I don't ya not.
Selena fan video bro.
What's a video? Man can so for video.
The man text it.
No the bad.
No say text mo so for what video bro.
So videos na ba also the best.
Ne I edit dia ba.
What I book a group but when they also nya
man can dia la.
Some other wakuma.
What wakuma.
For
and more to business na.
Selena for Selena.
Also go we in now na say 4 na be.
Also be fan sa. Also be fan sa.
Selena
man 9.
Selena for so they are no me nice.
Right.
Your bike just come out. Still Hano.
Also about to come out. Obey her Hano just come out.
What's up baby?
I agree with Annika that Liverpool can win the league, but I also think it will take an injury to only 2 Liverpool players and their title charge can collapse. The 2 players are Salah and VVD. If they get a major injury and out for a month, Liverpool will collapse. Kofi anyway every Kaswa and so Abeka Yensa will program ye so. I always laugh when I hear people calling for local players for the Black Stars games. Our best would be losing by 4-0 if they try it, which I doubt because they know our league can't give us quality players to face Sudan, Uganda, Congo. So they won't try under any European countries. Ajiman Peter, Asante Sokore, Edia, also Dubai, and so, no. I'm sure we're not making for local sources, no, Emre. I know that Andy thinks the EPL title race is over and that Liverpool is winning it. This surprises me because he has been in this game for a very long time to know that it will take only 2 bad games from Liverpool to tilt the title in favor of Arsenal. Andy, the EPL title race isn't over. Kwame Dwefi Takrade and Breyer. It not go be better for Harry Maguire in his football career when NDW by TT. Mensaka way and so Joe, I agree. Leaders are elected to work and give positive feedback and results. But I don't see top when they go incommunicado. You want them to keep quiet and work, but sir, won't you accuse them of arrogance and shunning the media? It is the media who go to them for information and updates of their assigned jobs. Alaji Mama, Salia, if you're a Wanchi line, on also the double as young apostles, communication director, on also the message way and so every Prince Owusu Sagacious. One major reason why most of the Ghanaian teams struggle after going to Africa is that these teams normally sell most of their key players to top. Yeah,
that's it.
Yes,
that's it.
26 center. Yeah,
that's it.
Yes,
that's it.
26 center referees. Not a single referee from Ghana.
That's very
25
very
assistant referees. Just one. Roland Dodu ni onunkwa and a lie called VAR.
So they tell us a lie or bros a tournament to issue. Because he bro tournament to issue. So we look at teams in the players and the omogo. Because he be a bed.
Into omunkwa mi onunkwa de bia
like. Yes, I'm say. Udu baby. Udu that area na. Udu that. No. Udu that area na. You walk look at your mom where anywhere the omo $1 no any other no time in here. Your time in here. But Obi say, Obi say, Obi said that they lie.
Asamena okay.
Oh, and you come go for South Africa best referee so many chance tournament. And see, lie you know we are ahead because they are fighting say more elite here or more honor. Where the man elite being for that omudi. And these are the things. Now, man, the problem that me walk away here when they say all the time, no. Yempani phone yana, and say come on, Buama Sada man will cost you. These are the things I want. So let us hope say be a
means being connected, but my entire Safo Jemfika Crabby. Na into Safo, we am there finding a EBA, but Ubut Mati. Then I'll say, oh, catch a color.
What's a lie, a group, African, you know, Mokodino. Lie a ball of Cody, you are not correct. Yamima Babo, lie a ball, lie. We are best referee, no. Any Ghana, they said, and you beat the say, your football as a referee outside the Yasay. Hey, any referee, no.
Who tears Safo? Or Safo so about border.
Ghanaian referees, no. David, football, no. Football,
Safo, airport na referee lie here ewo takwa.
Referee lie de mi huno no. Football no say wo attacking na say e be good amawa. No, was ball no. Edia no say ye ball no.
Who you move bia no was say no.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Safo. Yo. Okay. Okay. Hey, Safo, Ayasamo, Yanfansia, Safu Jamfi, and Safo na charging. Also, say lie in a best referee, and ye na ye was some bonipo.
Joe, they make us say, also
making move be an ornament.
I only ask my the clip about this particular incident when I buy it. Yen I buy analysis. The buy analysis, they will say, I'm back. But essence,
Miss Foul, no. Man, she born to be my nebianche. But Sir, you know, Kwame share.
What's the man?
Yes, Miss Bro.
So I
be
exactly be up and say,
you show me,
you need to be sure my Yakavas.
Zumba Combeso Babacano.
I can say in general, it will be a.
Do who say he was right, eh?
Oh, yes.
What about the decision I'll take here? On show card be out. And a foul.
I just said, oh, the engine, I'm in Pessamacasa. You clip on this. Okay, I was on Macada. And you got so Macada. Okay, you do.
I also like tournament as VAR. And that's all could be.
Oh, my, they made almost cancer officiating. And I'm saying, Chan.
Do you up and coming VAR as a referee?
Chan, and I make us like bro, Chan tournament. Chan, dear.
Now, VAR
is there.
Oh, he's there as VAR. Who's a VAR there? Hey,
sure, you make decisions, especially for final tournaments. Let us say we say. Or Bruce, no, any convention. And yes, a convention say or Bruce into Timinko. The only thing is that at state tournament, the same situation with all other officials or more football. The thing that they give chance to conform more medals to also what I say, gain experience in future. As I say, you know, more top then they can take up in big occasions. Okay. But in just say Obroso, because Obako now experienced referees or good referees or more different country. What I say, but yeah, much chance. To say idea, to say what do you call it? General coordinators, ne one day one. It was a bedu, you know. Now top now we are AFCON fan one no money now I'm a chance now also when you the experience next time if ha also be me it does not it's not you know casting what kind of sense say like Obrusu nti how on timenko so mo consider be timako the first all call as VAR so tournament
Chan tournament na make us
But
top-notch referees now.
Where I'm agreeing with Joe, and they say, once a chance, you qualify.
Oh yes.
Then your opportunity for our referees to be there because we can't renew. You can be appointed for any match. So can't renew. Now, then there's no complicity. Be I say now match we own and country now or group match no or any country boy now we can't renew. Then a chance your referees to be there. Our chance or our chance to officiate big games and probably go ahead. So we na countries now national teams no entimin ko fan na enya de wo AFCON ne hwan no omo referees na rises because we do fan no na o country ni ho nti bon say na o referee so ya de na wo timi di fan no once a country so omo ta qualify do fan no and semi fan bon say na ya ma o referee no enko ho bi because your country is involved to bon say na smaller referees from the smaller countries no rise ni na play part so country ta ko fana o ko semi fana pay o you better withdraw those referees no because country who be to benya influence nti ma onko bi but to country ni ko bo AFCON na group stage in the film then we referee no wo be then you rise because your country is not there nti unya bias to also be anti that is the assumption nti we na can qualify and it's an opportunity senka yes that is where I'm agreeing with you.
Serious, very serious. Sad.
There are club official about say FIFA list in the Bayern. Say kalase top referees ni omo anko chani bia. Latif Abdul Latif Adari on your top referee ade ne amfre no. Charles Bulu on your top referee ade ne amfre no. And na Collins Amwa on your top referee ade ne amfre.
The Ghana referee there on qualify
FIFA for
the same thing
so we must stop.
The usage of top no and conventional and unconventional no they can say top referees no kona me say sa na ya na tournament na even from our field even from the other aspect of officials okwa tournament bia for instance CAF e bia media officer omo best na be call ba bia be fan the bobo fan no because him say hold them pay for one security coordinators and safety and security officer best no be call venue ayebo final na ayebo opening match all aspects na a grade in na etie so no ntisi ayebo chana ayebo like AFCON you expect all they select their best referees so call then the chan omo ya de ne honey so call so mutunya the experience no mana next time so call maybe the main AFCON and as a big we are na almost so many experience from tournament na call and yet convention say your top referee cannot go to
China. What does it mean by top referees? Oh, Kala. Sometimes I struggle to understand you. Somebody told me to listen to you that you're definitely going to defend referee Lai because Lai is your best friend. And I said no because you are a professional. Kwame Dodu is vindicated. Come for your stone. Come listen to what Kala is saying. We a free Kofi Anoche or the free Abushokua and a okay. Like we are incident when I will say near yellow car crying is all maybe no. We tackling from behind. Very serious. Career threatening tackle. Kalasi a yellow card because Obisi lie your best friend. Do we yellow card?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we am my boy any free ball no more.
I think that
when I'm biom
to color I disagree with you. Where I would disagree with Kala. Where I agree with Joe say yellow ni say. The follow through leg you know. The left leg no sound we can.
Yeah.
Oh no. If I say right one ko put the other ko block ball no. And now they are canny pan. But left no sound can. And I think that I deserve card. I think that I deserve card. Who they when you? That's what we will be to market so to double.
Yeah.
Because after the right, the left also followed. So no. And I think that's a dangerous play. And our friend is saying, what do you call it? Reckless tackle, huh?
Very
reckless.
Did you say that?
I don't know. Minka was a friend. No, Joe Minka was a Minka was a most. I'm commenting or see a board no so. And I'm saying, in I share. Video because I've had in I share.
I think a reckless.
Ushana, a reckless tackling. So they mentioned, but
and he was so close to the action.
Yes, because one instructor, rather for the crazy Mr. Bovi, or say anytime you're about to play at the 9 million. And I said, don't you find 9 million bobo? Yeah. So, at least 1 year I call my yellow card and Kababua. So then you're close to the incident. But who say, defend the far ball? Or who said defend the defender? Oh,
Dabi, or the foul instant.
Or the foul, but who said, but he couldn't take a card and that's him. And I make on card, that's who said defender, a far ball. Because a defender yellow. Boots. All the material. That's it.
Play the
frame.
I think it was reckless.
Reckless tackling.
Name the number of days obedi matches.
So I said no, there's a Galai money card.
At least assistant referee so jina hefa sese.
Assistant referee.
Ango ojira bi Dr. Ogum jira na. And bi Dr. Ogum jira ya to throw na ho na license. So the incident stays between the two, the center and the assistant. Action no two in 50.
Forget about the assistant referee. This is the work of the referee.
Yes, I'm saying, sir, even if there has to be some assistance.
A foul, but I applied sanctions, you know, and I went to Myanmar sanction. So they just say sanction be at least. So why not?
So who is assistant and a catcher? Assistant was here.
When we saw you close, I don't think it was close. Oh, 2 players who could connect with them 2 players.
But assistant was here.
Assistant, and I think that the referee should have gotten close to the action. No, no, and then just say about of blame. If it's not what to do from the incident, maybe I had to born one and I think get too close than maybe Ojinano. You should get close to the action. Maybe I know Ojinano.
Obviously, the same referee who decided not to punish a goalkeeper who clearly came out of his lines to touch the ball at Takwa. Our so-called best referee decided not to punish the goalkeeper.
The same game, Anna.
At Obuasi.
Kofi Mensah. Ash Gold Kotoko.
Ash Gold Kotoko. You see, Kofi Mensah not try a line, no back.
Outside the box.
Outside the box.
Yeah, Nami bench.
Referee na nyefi. Goalkeeper will be free the line. So
that ball with the cow. Now, if you
are a counter liar,
the assistant referee no yaw. When who's a player that PA or assistant referee?
A counter to liar to be a man gadget.
An account gadget. Oh, Charlie.
And I'm sorry if you catch it.
Also, the another said, well, a red card.
Yes.
It is a assistant. Met me a cassette. If you lie, Saka.
So, Joe, referee can assistant today. I didn't make us away.
Or no man, you should make any beam.
So, I didn't
the match. Because I do, baby, you are there to assist.
Because of the assistant.
I have major decision. Poor me. You have a cow house and no court tournament. No court tournament. If I decide not to talk about it. So, Kaya, I'm saying, I said to choose grab a cow.
If they decide not to talk about
it. Because
it doesn't happen that way.
Asante ka say I'm punish lie but omo your imagine say omo kan wa say am babot Facebook person here na me nete
so mo punish no so they punish them you can say if they not talk about it oh no and na tournament o kontia it was a decision FIFA corresponded with us say Ghana we keep on disgracing our referees from event of number 12 no after we are bibia na publish it this referee suspended if you did not know until you punish referees now or punish communicate to the referee but not to make it public the whole world will look at Ghanaian referees with certain eye because every time Biana about mountain other countries are not doing that they punish referees day in day out but here then they Biana publish it until it was a communication between the FA and FIFA and not because Lai was going to tournament we or man publish it that was a deliberate way between yes. Even though we're punishing the referees, but not to publicize it. Yes, that was it. But there was one thing behind you, Joe. Yeah. You have video in the video, you have clip in the video.
Okay. Monsa uncle back to ya Takwa.
Takwa Park in CCA.
Wow. Goal area when I yes Opebre. Komali kohe.
Wow. I think that we should up because they say now is you know. Yami 1 year from a next 1 year then call January 2026 now they be interacting
that
municipal assembly
so young bibi stadium be na nanu ye e be na nanu ye so mu bibi wo park no I'm not happy
assembly
with
that. NSA say pitches in the stadium.
I'm not happy with what
I'm saying. Rooms, no, encore dressing room. Friends say.
Where we speak volume of the also inside.
No, you call baby. Pitch this on the acre. You're not happy. Kotogone, Mediama, a BA park, no, stadium, no, you know,
enjoy cry.
No, a green.
Enjoy cry. Until I think they should do something about it.
Until some of my Jinamo yedia. Yes, as Imponi. We know 1 year. The report that Mediama prevented the TV coverage of their match with Asante Kotoko is disgraceful and has painted them backward in the eyes of the whole world in this 21st century. They must know that Takwa is not a village. They owe the good people of Takwa and indeed the whole Ghana an apology. Lawyer Kwame Boafo and Ediwe Abba. I say my commiserations. Achi. All right. Inti lawyer de ode Abba.
Lawyers
okay. Inti na de and so I don't know. Why is it that referee Lai always makes mistakes against Kumasi Asante Kotoko and no other club? Ask yourself this question. We a free jam school The referee Lai is always a top-notch both in Africa and in Ghana Premier League. He only does his negative things deliberately against only one club, Asante Kotoko. Nobody should tell me it's a mistake. No. Lai should advise himself not to officiate a match again. Jam school. Don't also the abandon. Make up na mabehe other messages, And so no I can't Joe, ask referee Kala, why is it that he always defend Ghanaian referees? Okay, Pamcho, ye be a pitch no more Kessben TV. Kessben TV. Monje Takwa pitch no more no. Gold fields for we Edima NSA. Say the net here, Monje pitch no. Monje pitch no, Monje television, more Facebook. Na YouTube ni other places but monje pitch no na monje enra that pitch na ye monje pitch da ye
it's not fair
after a few months monje pitch
now you can I can assure you say obako inside ni changing rooms no e bia na no yeah and you're fine just say any bibia so
oh Ghana was it NSA for ntimi nye assembly maji monje ade amaye big shame. Big shame.
You are very observant too.
Big shame. Pitch. Say them the mamo. The Kotokone media my boy and say na pitch it. Few months in 1 year.
Me wa match. Na me ya adoma memenda. Our stadium na Ghana near boy group matches no. Ghana near boy group matches no. Me can AFCON. I think Felix Ofebuanyi Stadium no. So when I arrive, me do Abidjan first now goes me kwa correct pitch no. Yeah, but match also last year, we year for AFCON. So last year me go January 2024. So me do Abidjan first you go do so kwa inspect pitch no.
Yeah.
And nyame ya adoma, I'll give you update. That's what I say. I'll give you update.
Okay.
Now I compare because that pitch no. Omo year before omo year takwa no.
Okay.
Me will match or another Monday. My match 11th, which is Saturday, if I'm not wrong. Until I go to Abidjan this week.
Okay.
We do first now. Me didn't normally see hotel. I go to the stadium.
Okay.
I go inspect the pitch. Nama send a video.
Okay, you should the Saturday program.
No, you should video.
Compare.
Yes.
Yeah. Do this for us.
No, maintenance is a problem. Am I?
Pitch in the
I agree in the net.
Assembly Papa was also what jipa emergency of one away.
What can I say?
Benjamin Kessben.
Benjamin Kessben.
MC for Takwa. Former management member of
Mediama. Okay. And a Mediama, what was the name?
Ebenezer.
Ebenezer.
On the cabin. Upon you go, cabin.
What do you say?
They know I cheated na mitwa na matoso Kotokoni Go Stars. Unse
I mean na second busa ref kala question we na waka we no.
Referee James Taylor. Punish no to the end of the season. Oji penalty man Kotoko born here. A punish no.
Mubenya a medical team Kotoko. You musa the extent of boy in injury.
Albert Amwa
injury.
Number second busa ref kala cross him.
Goalkeeper the outside.
And also outside room. And also outside.
Who's our question?
Omo fa tackle no mrabiem. Tackle na si na mbusa referee assistant referee. Baby na Dr. Ogun ho assistant 1. It one is so complicated. Even if lie position said na Kofi say ya block no enye tackle no.
Tackle no.
I don't know why the assistant will not talk. Baby a throwing you free by. Ho assistant 1 ho no gina. Let us assume say lie we chire the proximity near long whatever. Assistant 1 no dey no kan ye. 100% be sorry.
No, Mamenka, who's a make?
Because also boss said they are liable for
assistant referees. No, I don't know why, sir. Money lie you come at her. A woman, oh, can they want who channel? You see, that is the fact.
I don't see who.
Everybody, I'm saying, okay, Joe. So what woman dare say that you are only communicate it to him, sir. Say that football.
That
is a normal
tackle. No,
yeah, but we are jumping to conclusion. You haven't heard from that time. Manika said, who can say lie.
The army yana say, a do baby assistant referees no. Omo take decisions about center referees now. Now omo yam shishi omo.
I didn't.
With him at the Kodia, Joe, Ali Protocol.
No, didn't you cry?
Ali Protocol, that's so much. Red card be. Player named Banet, Siana, and I, Okotia, a defender. Red card against 11 wise. As a summon team, Gaja Ali Platos, Ali Bra. Watiano, Alice Wayan, Watiano. Command a red card. Obiati or Parkin. Edu baby a boy center referee na onyadin. Because I dey area here I stand referee who dey go.
Yeah, but me worry ni say ana wa jump na ko blemu asa referee. Untie na sem. Untie ya camera cry we cry na hu no in the shot. What I say? But say no what job bibia na we focus akwa referee say and communicate to lie. Has he told you that?
No.
What if he communicated to him and also ignore it? So don't make conclusions.
Make my general statement say.
Have you offended what?
No. This is assistant referees no. So I'm gonna lie. No, Joe, sana me can. Me say I don't think assistant referees.
Me say yam fan so catch them no on fear.
Oh fine, any day say lie. But the American say because there is the president.
To be honest with you, isn't this a lie whistle here?
Yes.
He didn't listen to anybody. Who they were? Any no, that's not true. I basically know that is not true. So why are you blaming that referee? What would what did he? Then you should say everything.
I don't think America say. I do baby. Me say assistant referees no. When lie you come back, I say wait. Who come baby a buano?
What conclude is a hunting no
man. Obi
say Okache no na referee no amfa the decision no so
you are that means why you Juma anything that you are there to assist.
So don't
yes you are there to assist. Why you are Juma men anything omba abia we do baby ajo say na we say we share board we now send the clip the mommy and I said we swear need to control on Facebook blog ba me panic grass only. Because do baby was anti number 1 penny and then you say match I called you
mistakes
yes
okay the best striker or team so team chance
come make it translate na for local stories no ebre ana dey for na person me good morning said that referee is good but Kumasi Santiko match is there he isn't because I remember very well in a game against King Faisal. He was a fourth referee and he instructed the center referee to show red card to Ganiu, which was like consulting VAR in a GPL, which is not done in any of our venues. Why NAD message we and so and local source no betwaso and as Buffy as he joked. Good morning, referee Kala will always try to defend his fellow referees when they are at fault. Don't worry yourself at all about him. Because see, anyway, free teach him so.
And it's very former referee, Nana.
This is a serious tackle, and it's also from behind. This is a red card offense. Tactical Orlando coach. And so anyway, Abba. Mammy Gattisburg, the info, Gattisburg 2025, yeah, long messages in the Can Nidako and the Kotoko supporters tell us what exactly referee Daniel Lai did in the game to deserve the insults, attacks, and curses they're raising on him? They've not been able to mention just one incident referee Lai wrongfully took against them. They are being bad losers. They blame referees anytime they fail to get a result. We saw what referee Senogbe did in Obuasi last week. Kamara Mohammed came outside the box to handle a ball, but he was allowed to end the game. The GFA and favoritism there, 4 and 5. Was Kumasi Asante Kotoko charged for not allowing their games against Gold Stars and Accra Lions to be shown live on TV? Gattisburg Accra, Unadi and so Abreye. I'm saying I'm a dribble, like Masabi Susu, but Amanisa.
But that's a foul.
They're here.
We like there 3 years ago.
Yes, 3 years ago. When a goalkeeper no free post here, Kofi.
A foul, a red card.
Red card offense.
Straight. Misaka bonus. Stop the ball. Until a red card. Straight. And I was headed towards goal direct.
Wouldn't say handball situation is you assistant referee side. Lie can't an over. It was who said foul player. But when him said the second, it was a foul. So that's also him sort of foul player. It was who said player who said foul player and kaka player and kwa because the defenders were trained, you know.
No, foul no so my good red card. That's what we found last man. That's what I found there. Paul no. People.
We crack.
Omwe.
Dikala.
Me omwe.
Kala. Referee lie person catch say we know. When who say goalkeeper ne be ball?
Only say goalkeeper ne foul player. Who say the second? But the assistant referee no. And the best person of the catcher is the second. Oh, don't remember your free, but only picture no. Only picture no.
The referee was not here. No for foul. I see.
Oh, they try to take it say me foul. So the assistant referee communicated asking you.
Into man yellow card. That's how question man yellow card. Because the reason we are so officer Nissan Carbon is also Nipa 9.
Stopping promise.
You want scientific level hospital. Na me ne kwachi nkodi nkomo kakra. Yeba to so e de amamo Kessben television. Kessben 93.3, Kessben 92.9 Accra. DSTV channel 364, Go TV channel 121. Me ba bamucho me show WhatsApp videos and so kakra. Kwachi?
General.
Say yeah.
Nyame adum general.
You didn't go pon.
Right.
Some of them need Christmas.
There be juma throughout.
Them person say what sorry mun need Christmas.
Oh, general. I sorry no. I sorry who asem dey general.
Oh, you fancy.
Fancy.
Me person me discuss. Me sorry.
Yeah, general.
Me say need Christmas.
General.
Hey.
Right. Abusuafo yedamo ase ni what scientific hospital yemamo happy new year Christmas se nemu hu ye no yam breaki ye ne mu ane course watene mu akopim sa afia ba na wie ya enne Monday yasanso eto yedwumadie eso na ye hu se in a Christmas break na manfo bebre na omunyuma na ha womo akoye osi akwan a na ama wonom emanti no ye say to aso aye adwuma no manfo ba yie pa we were overwhelmed with ni parodo a wonom eba ya so ye na nyina so ya dansedie se oba ni what scientific hospital said ye na yade bi da so ade ba ye no enye saa na obesan so ede akọ bia wutie me ene no first day na first time a wutie na wo hwe ye ne a ye wokuma se Atonsu Monaco Junction ni Adansuru Bank ndi anim hwe ena enkran so ye o mile 7 Achimota mile 7 ben Janet Corner dan no ejuada de kosida memenda ena ye adwuma including holidays na ye adwuma yade bi ti se pressure na ha wo obu wono mane de asthma shewa ana wako hospital doctor say o prostate na ekese nto Dow Johnson tentem ana o Johnson be obu wakora edi kan pass catheter ye de ahoma to be memu akoma to yem eye ni what scientific hospital ena ewo so ba awo ho nsem awo problem doctor nimo ye boni din na kire say enkwada na ehya ase asu ewo na so ye Ono yire unu kunu mu atena after 1 year 2 years they kona sa wo maya ebia na mo ankasa na ebia in some way no mo protect mo ho with contraceptives na bibisa ba bibia say ni ho na say after 1.5 2 years they call na say awo ma you start asking yourself some questions say what say ho answers no obani what scientific hospital a won sabeka o kasa na pampan boni de halitosis ana so bu ono ma be ma wa ye mre wo mpam enam saade no akote a eyeni what scientific hospital ye adwuma free juada edi kosi edame minda number ne hia fa na frɛ yɛn problem bi ha wa mamodin bia no ene eni hu komo ebetimi ha ebeka kire ntimi hwɛ nso a yebeka kire mana fiber de ha mo no number no eye 0244 08 76 87 0244 08 76 87 0244 08 76 87. And Sembebre and within Christmas break na watch the corner watch menu see a buy na you say adia baako e buy pa e infertility issue say awo problems. Amanfo de buy pa oba na okunomo ba na ebu no ma areho obu okro hyaze se na obo na mane a na eyesu e na edi echi da bi e ka say moya awarefo anabi kura wonware wanya nsunsuan so bonya adanse bi ewo ni paduanim se bi a awo ho nsema ye odene a the first na bema obey se obekwa koye semen analysis check anase semen analysis na wakokohwe ohunsuo ni mu se ohunsuo no akade ne niema ye hia se betimi ahye obanyi nsen no ebi wo mu anase ebi nim awo ho nsem no ye kan de onim ohunsuo bi ba hye na chi a se benya atopato no ko anemom eniema efrato panimu ba no eho ene ade ehia yi panti bema bia no mekura menya anka bi onya nware ye no anka di kan koye kura ansa na waware enkofo obi baba emfa ade soa ene ha obi ametono so di kan kokoye semen analysis test na ukoye wie na hu se wa hoden wo soro obetimi ne oyire ana obetimi ne oba ada ahye ne nyinsan a ansa na metufu se wakọ aware mu na so wakọ ware ama onso wa build a family kama pa general eba awo ho nsem a especially with a mema ye side no ama men tackle ho ansa nyame ya adomo next week Dr. Paul Beba na ya kire enuane bi a eye common enuane a vegetables fruits ka ho a wa ebi a owo low sperm count ni ade no ye be kyerew amo ahyase na wa teki na ebebo ye paba ni what scientific hospital aside enuade ma no da bia me ka se sa kyerew enuane bi a obedi ye be complementi no na ade mo ntunyame adomo a ye baba na afimi ni Dr. Paul ya be kyerekere sa niaba ene sa enuane we nyina mo se obi aba eye ni what scientific hospital including other hospitals ahodo na okwa akoye semen analysis tester eneme bi edikan pa ye hwe hunu yie eye sperm morphology ye ka se sperm morphology a sperms anase ohunso na de be friend semen na emu na saa emuadomo na omo hyenyin no omo from se spermatozoa na se sperms no omo tie sperms no se onya tire wo se onya body se otimi enya ahoden a obetimi de aso mesan se in a normal circumstance no be maybe as ono oba hye mu a na se uja ohunso de gu no ho a at least the doctor for ye penny say se sperm count no range from 20 to 120 million enti dom enti sperms do abe release no se omoye very fit se ombetimi ahweme de akọ oba no awodie ma akohia oba ne kosua na fertilize na dane ba asansane abeto oba na awodie mu na afide ebosome nkunachi na dane nipa de aba abonten enti so obi ba na ye check a enema ba akọ edi mu akotene ne sperm morphology sane o sperms no omo ahosuo esitie how they were formed and how they are formed because obu ono ma ne sperms no de baba abehwe mu no na omo formation kura enye papa etibasa no a na eba niema enkoye wo eye ase honom ene wo sperm motility no so eye how a sperms no etimi movie the movement how omo simi keka omo ho no metimi sumi kohia oba no eni nkosua na fertilizer etma etimi ye ba no eno so ye check ni nyina ene wo sperm count se niema ka no the normal sperm count no 20 to 120 million per mil. Bema bia se we ejaculate na se ohunso ba ye pese at least 20 to 120 million sperm count na ye hwehwe into wow do de beba below bia 15 million asa bia 20 million de ba form no problem wo ho na wa nso awo de above 200 million no then so so sem wo ho esan se no so timisi awo ho kwan ene wo sperm volume sperm volume no eye pe ejaculate se uja ho so gu oba ho bia no a dodo a ye pe no eno ne sperm volume no enti sperm volume ne ba begina so e de check motility morphology and na afie de check sperm count no to obu no mo a obeba na eye hypospermia kakra bi no de baaye enti sperm volume no eno se be check ni nyina enti through time yema wenya ne be hwe hunu se asoma se na benten ohun so na de baaye no ahoɔden wom anasa ahoɔden nim ye o condition bi a sankrofo no kra de ya na sa ne hwemu nyina hia omo obi ono mo a ono oba hia mu a ne ho ensane no spermia ono oba be hia se de obenya feeling ni se ne ho nsuo no eba but ohun hwe ya na se nsuo bi ampie mfiri ne be ma no ma sankrofo de awo ho nsem ne yedi awo ho nkoma a enisem beka bie na eno no general de ya na ta de sa de no eba ne se obu ono mo a na eno no a ye bia ba etade fa ema na begire mu ache ene ade no ye onu de bu okura no a onu mu na so no oba hia mu a ohu nsane onu oba ne beda donhwere mienu donhwere miensa kura no a ohu ensane na o toa so na ene wo system no ebefa ebe acquainted with system no ayate obi o masturbation so o masturbation cha o masturbate ya the number of minutes a ediansa no we release no na it becomes part and parcel of your system, your living. Enti basa no onu oba ko hyiamu a so masturbate na be 30 seconds a onu oba hyiamu a 30 seconds na we release e basa no a emfa nkohye yare bia masturbation na aye osa eti je no omo tanom se no e de fa ema eche ubegina mu ache 3 hours 4 hours ni ade no one be ma u pra ho da bia meka se oba ye mpra oba ti wo ye be ma na ye wadwen se onye oba boku akupra no ade ye nipa mu efiri mu api ti wo ahe na betimi epra wontimi mpra oba ma ne nye yiye kakra betimi na oba ne ne age no enne se fata se wo ye enti se wota no se no a ubeginam 3 hours 4 hours na on release no kra no a ebe kakra no wa nom se adu no kra no a it has become part of your system enti obetimi no oba da 3-4 hours na ohun nsa no eba sa na no so be part of your body nti bedu bra bia person no yira na ho kan hia mu na o release na etimi ko oba na se na fe etimi edi nyinsen ba no na eno so akwakoye problem kese pa ena obu onso de ne hu so be ba behwe mu no na count do aye person be kan no low sperm count na chese ono so e wo sa problem no ene e wo no sperm count eno so ya azoospermia obi onso a sa ehun so na ode gu oba no ho no eye sebe eye semen enko a sperms enim sa problem no so ewo ho na normally dia na kofa sa ba no bi wono ma na onipa no hormonal problem bi anase owo varicocele tuber sperms na efam afri sebe ye hwe omo na afraba soro abeka semen ho na pia free ebe ma no aba no ebi ana blockage bi ewo fam ba bi nti sperms ntimi nsueme emma esoro na ba be hia semen no na no oba hia mu ani mienu aka bom aba be go oba na ho enti sa nipa no so was a problem no a eye ni what scientific hospital na e wo se oba ye wo Kumase atonsu Monaco junction me say awo problem pa no hawa kan wakoma to yem eye ni what scientific hospital ya ha no ye nya sunsum nsem me ma me na ye me papa na ye me na ma me ngo ye nya bi wo ye ho oba ye o machines ahodo wo ho lab e wo se ye o process e wo se de wo fa so the normal process e wo so be fa so proper diagnosis no eno ne ye wo ya so ye ne ho problem na akofa awo no makosi awo no kwan no ne ho akwan e be fa so ab treat one ase be de wo beto aduro so na ene ma ko edi ama Kumase atonsu Monaco junction ene ye wo ye ne Adansura bank die nim hwe ena enkran so yo mile 7 achimota mile 7 ben Janet Corner dan no ehwo ne ye adwuma joda edikosi edamemenda fryen e wo 0244 08 76 87 0244 08 76 87 0244 08 76 87 enya wonko ane ehwe pressure na ha wo stroke akanwa gudem anaso bo no ma na okasa na pampan bo ni de chire halitosis maka ho asem se bra ye de prekasa ni niema kakra be fra na ye de tu halitosis na se de amount anase enamu san de no akote be ma wo private na so fita bi fru be ma no ba ni what scientific hospital fre na ye ni nkomo ye betimi aha be ka chiro ye ntimi hwe so be ka chiro number ne hia e 0244 08 76 870244 087687 general yeda se pa
kwati yeso be da se pa minimsa manfo nso be frɛ numbers now dey ato edwa no na fe mo bia omo ehia efri ni what asoye no enso omo de atomanim na fe maboa omo yare eya Kessben television edrumre sekwa Mickey edi local stories no ebre enche meko Newton latte marijata enso ho na do person de babia odi abre ba say de kwa Mickey edi local stories no ebre Oma yenhwem kakra bi Tactical Orlando edi by Ose Akunta, why are you surprised we don't have any center referee in the CHAN? Danelai is Ghana's best referee, but when was the last time he officiated a match between Asante Kotoko and Hatofok Tactical Orlando dia ode by no me kwa Maria Gadgesberg dia no Victorious Collins Victorious ode ode by and was saying I suppose best referee is only good in the VAR room, but let's ask ourselves, when was the last time he was selected for our flagship game? The system is not projecting them well. Okay, we free Victorious Collins, also the Abreye and no Kofi Edway Abreye from Canada. Kofi, or say Kofi the friend. I am from Mr. Crown, so it is so. He's close to 70 years. Yeah, Canada. Is it true that Danelai is the best referee in Ghana? I don't believe this. His performance at Takwa was excellently poor and abysmal. Kofi, Canada, I don't know.
Victoria Collins, we're not kind of. I think it's something we need to look at.
Okay.
Because Obisa question be very important. So when was the last time we were selected for our flagship game? Because we are number one country. Most of the times, the such games at the mount.
Tough games,
hard kotoko. I think on normal days, be near their moving fraud to share the big any experience. What must say? Because if it's number one, need to be an man sharp for international matches.
But as usual, he's most of the time outside the country.
No, but hard kotoko there. Now, after the country, any day
was it outside the country?
I just say,
sir, or a calf, Juma,
Nakaf,
my friend,
Nakaf,
or a calf, we or a calf,
Nakaf. Last year, only how many missions me cancel here. Yeah, send you by force. You're more mission. Back on put the idea. No more query because I'm official. Net 3-4 days they meet my kwaba. Yeah, baby, camp. Yeah, baby, 2 lessons now, mono. I know my mama match back to Egypt. I'm so okay. Me share flight direct Egypt to Cairo. Match or Cairo. We are now Joma Sanko for Wiaba. Into my far flight from here to Accra. Me did Egypt check in with one of me did I check in and I think it was regional minister me MP friend so na me cost Saturday. Na match no na so Nanado ebeba Monday BBA Sabronum Hospital. I want me free calf. Me friend is on fan am sending text. Me free say many emergency the president is coming to my constituency. I cannot make the trip even though my beginning my journey from Kumasi. Ticket na difficult Kumasi ko akra calf for ticket. I'm going to try. Wow. I'm Gina Egypt way no. I'm so okay na me send email. I'm sending email say I want me am try ticket from Accra to Kumasi straight to constituency. I got prepared to wait for His Excellency Nanado. I am by force. Yeah. I'm more mission on to me. I catch me so on to me because top planner or country. So yes, and then it's so build up. Yeah. I know build up my own to me. Equally, me Biana missions bar. Because some there have been missions and more equally important. We will have maybe I think go back with DFA Congress. The president says he needed all of us for Congress. Into me cancel CAF assignment at the moment to attend the GFA Congress. Because if you are normal, you may have to give input or something. Any excuse. I'm saying, say, number one, they say the piano. Most times, the man on that building because he's our number one.
Just recently, first, the regional balance, it's not easy so much the ask Kotoko.
Nalayoti.
What's a cry?
You Kumasi.
I said, and it's a no, wouldn't say, your system and why you like says, see me a Kumasi and I Kotoko match, and then Diana match. Upon me profession, I said, Konam Koya BB, Nasa, Yamen Fasama, mistake, we have football, God, and mistake, but yes, they are Kotoko. Obada Kofi. ɛno nti na yɛ ana ɛma no yɛ sɛ ntina se ana yɛyɛ kɔtɔkɔ ha
I all kind of yeah first now we say we have my
no it's true but
achisi onyaika na big game ha on handle na 1-2 menya calf assignment no yen so good
I can't say so otie
no na be catch
otie nti obefa
best referee dey say protecting
yeah
na oyem fum so e catch no
that's it ti e be sre kotokofo no say omo provide clips no say dey be ya e be hu because it make us say e be ground na ohun here and I will say football be a learning process where they are now materials now no side sua dey free it is all can try say wanya dey okay and just wanya dey
mema kwa me Mickey aye edidwa kakra but before that Kumasi Asante Kotoko Regional Secretary Council chairman ewa ha okay can say mission say asemi pese ba o ka say the minimum
how to so we do how to so mo san kotoko
o say
how to so mo san kotoko
mo lidi kotoko no clear okay ba mra no mo lidi mo no na open mo ka say
Sergio lidi me regional chairman okay enti me ba to lidi me na me regional chairman me ba han ma wo shemase to find ntu trim o fa lidi 7
hey national and the national be two region national be two region
and what kind of post
national the way national deputy organizer who was also regional chairman no Kofi yes national deputy organizer
okay minimum
supporters who was also Ashanti regional chairman
minimum say de ayibama o the politics bama but politics the national for no position
yeah police as we are let me tell you to family
of course yeah national opposition
we
deputy organizer we are stronger than Muntunu
but why stronger than
want to be deputy organizer one PP
me executive chairman achi
we just
me executive chairman
yo just yanko we know about 2 minutes bi na fa yi eni wo kaka me kwaba
Sergio na referee can say me say I was say man clips na all this sua de we be like you don study o ba sua de won sua de car for che no because anura wouldn't say me the Mikobi. Yes, be a me tell me na me Mikobi. The AC before say we said one day and quite the nanchen. But lie the fear be say place no more. Me say no woman. First look at the cotia Peter Mido akwa. Okay. Me say me obi ti wo onye koto supporter was na free ko the free fa. Sorry, offense you look at the free fa. She say na anu odini. Say look at na the map Peter Mido akwa still am entiase. Sa ayini tackle na de call abet amwa one team ma red card no I said don't understand him for no be hu obegina hu answer obi card
so abet amwa no now no also so protect no
yes also say protect some say protect referee one and we should also protect abet amwa sa card na one man red card no in fact obegina was support the man say no card na that man no what I say na ya ho sem papa ya ho sem pa
Inti apart from card no say tackle on Amuano. Yeah.
There were some cars so many cars so many cars. Oh say obi twa san ya ho. Sa football na ya hwe baby ahwe football na koduro no. Otimu say depending on advantageous opposition position pa.
Okay.
Now offside. No more card no you say and no by a bench wo e be kasa kire coaches no the way a okasa kire wo in fact minimum some corporate coaches can dey some kasa meet na me but the way na all kasa no awe no one na all kasa no wa hwe ya me meet abontam me so me read meanings into it e see Lagos cities the same thing obama ogun warning bi a mente ase what I say enti sad no so wanya ya e na ase amafo be read meanings say that wo kan wo number 1 say nya mencha de say nya about 10 referees omo so nya FIFA badge ni wa Yabi about 10 referees almost on FIFA by in 10 minutes or no kwana where Africa no as a bonus am na na dey be the match mana na e be we na obi di edi yawo sa ba sa enye fine
okay
na ba sa enye fine kora me ba na me mamonta program since am start here be so be do ase na Andy can say me say or compare enura medium for ama ayi for no abetwa match no tu kotoko ye ne bebe ni go stars say you living legend obi en hon mo ba stadium my kasi man ntwa match no o mama o Would they able to make you cause? Yes, mama. Yay, in so many times, you perceive a prevent him, but in the stadium, you can't know is Nana. I didn't move across it as in Nescabia, and another Yamucha, Yamunya was the Budumina Mumuncha. So Bakaya, before it has me better, haya. My make a word become a castle. Men can sign my million make you sign. Yan an apple cannot team and the empress be good an apple can anymore. See, I quite see only ever bow. Me, I quite movie, people will read munition to eat. The Nakasima, Yankasano, I didn't see Yankasa. Say, I could break more menka. Yanti, to Sanka, Yan prevent home, I didn't know I charge medium and common charge Kotoko. Or be no by and tell me, legend with my friend, or more we board because some of our brand upon one more. We've never done that. And to more be redeeming, be compared they see. I offense, but very go stars to the scene. And no, ye media guy, Stephen. In fact, I know dear, Ublema, now ought to be quite carasa. I'm so almost say, Achiwaha, I say, calf, a FIFA, sorry, FNO, accreditation of the team media department. No, I'm just how call. I don't know how they do it. I say, I can tell my media phone. And say, no, I ain't even printing, never a phone. So, almost said, you know, almost chat on your yako print answer. Enti nua media comedian yes. We want to say this FA we no be ban media accreditation be ban. They will not allow him entry.
None one print answer na oko.
Enti no ko do no man enti actually later part of the you know answer na coaching akoya ko print mo.
All right.
And run
Mami Kombra na went men ru hand Abbas. And come out yeah, why not? Answer na comedy. Yes.
I say asemo mu kan ball na esa na tie wonyi ntum say football na run about. What dey say we as so fra twede a what is so na from efa wan you so besi from obi so be furu bi. Ball no aye born Ghana sa na tie you kroma obo ase incident referees di makoma 9. Amanfo di su konom su di jama be kroma. What dey say money wanchifo yehuni. What dey say money akra lions yehuni. What dey say Fara, who corrects and you be denounce, you be say foul, you some player, pushy player to form a referee play on or bossing. Racing by foul. Racing where foul. But play on, if the ref is no more system, no one idea. It is a more cop, now could work a more. Mumfa, no football, no calling. Yes, I'm just some team in the best referees. Call referees here, that's a Samo. Yasamo, because that over saying. Ya besa ho de ngepe. Say 2 weeks almost twice I just 19th. Say ya say on say agonso de ba. Sa for ya okay. Sa for ya de kan. Ya be catch of ya say. Who can say machu bi mami amana ya ne. Ya no nim de onso be catch o mami o. What you say? Yen da bia me catch o kan na ma yedi o kan na ma yedi. Ya show mo 5 da. 1978 on pon go check record. 1978 5 times. 1978 top on check road say ya na Ghana di Afcon ye wie no me boss ceremonial match ye the penalties na share kotoko say dey ball ye call America ye wie league Kumasi ni accretion back to back champions ye share mo ye say we ye say share mo so cup ya share mo 5 times 1978 what you say 1978 what them say 1978 Ghana energy Ghana Nigeria African Cup. You we no omo me boss ceremonial match has ni kotoko. Omo de cup position ya je. What you say we ye share Kumasi ye share Accra. You we boss World Cup ye share you we champions of champions share 5 times. It is omo to bo na ba omo hwani yi omo to ba ye obi ka kire omo. It is house of supporters na ga tell am say. Kokoba ye won sem bebre ka. Say de be ya na go ye mi atie de am de boss je kuma baba ya scoreboard na national. Minimum champ matia. E di 1 week no munya ye ko e betu atofom. Yet me trace can go to stadium. Ya man ji time wa wu. Ya BBS ya wu. Without you go sini without pictures. E dey correct. Ya go cinema house without pictures dey correct. Et board you see dey no so mo anya ba 1 week time national na ko to.
Me correct.
Ya betu atofom.
Mkoya kotoko ni go stars match no. So na expect say bibi be ba we. Stadium kro mu ni electronic scoreboard ko mu timi de ade si ho. E ko chro score e de hye ho. Stadium se be kro kito mu park so wo ni scoreboard kra. Ye bobola ye chro score unu se ye de choko kra chro 2-1 e de hye ba bi se uru stadium abehwe no hunu de e ko. Ball wo hwe ball ho. De SC so balance score is here. It gives you certain perspective out of your ball. Unya rest stadium and I'll be take comment to oba halfway. Score no gives you perspective out of the match.
Stadium so many times.
Oba so
Cinema me that's it.
Basic
That's
my
power
video.
boss.
All right, I call. Name of Abranti be say friend is Ziga. The number mama.
Nana from Paul, Ziga.
Football Nana from Paul.
I understand. I say football and mum na ono yewe.
Oh, okay. That mama James say Ziga mum no dey no. You play na Ziga.
David.
Oh, yeah, Ziga.
Yeah, Ziga na from Paul. Ana football and friend na from Paul. To Ziga na send me message.
Okay. This football and say person Kasimbi na efa kala ho. Asma kala kan ni ono so di bia ye obi 11 wives any Liberty professionals abranti no say na obobo no bi no a player so
they kala ne kan wa
nti ke yem frɛ no nanka ono so nkyere de see the kala ye no but time no guy dey be for
na say me kai sa match no
me kala ne ka match na
me ka match na say mo ase me na me ka che referee say onyi ni free go tia
esa player na
player na so be
player dey on me ka say me no stadium
player so be so kasa
stadium ya minimum no
player na dey out there no be so kasa
finidi na be see na nyina me ka say nyame ya na me boa because mama ka say me that
be anytime
okay dey see ya say me ka wa hada o sika kuno ene odate omna na coaches
am 11
times
previously na makosia omo sunyane ye pon match no omo di atem sa
ene na show trim
ade sa ba ha no omo sa hu ya pe
ono wan
me ne ali plateau omo sa hu ya pe ena de wa ba krom be di kwasi asem wa ti so be ya adwene sa
bibi fia be di that's right no nya bre
boy na fan so e kuma se boy o teni o hwe me o pa me chon so that time no be adwene sa
o mini o mu
na kwasi na chiti ho obi atio obi anya e ti se de mu bi ameji
no mini o mu
but
the say referee ni sa no anano asam no ka ho
de ka ho
aka opa anano asam no ka
na bia me share ka se
yes obi o ha
referee crack bi kire
omutimi no a player bi so we notorious player nti okohia no match mpe no or particular way or dey hwe no ye bibi kitu bia na chese ba anano asam no ka ho
o se referee bi di na tem e o tamale o so e sine referee crack of blessed memory and obi share no sunya no see cross
player no
also bo more than 5 minutes anya go
yeah referee
okra
me can pa no the doctor support
this is be as enya no certain man yellow first minute na no man yellow there's a ball the second yellow card and just fire yellow crowd also the red ni chair no say abofu next time
we share me respect me
o man am 2 minutes o you feel
any friend na no asem no
referee juma mo ya tu ni na odi na tem ne o ka busia kwa me yanko
Unity Annual Thanksgiving Service no the no ebaso a 17th edition and a ebaso Dr. Kwame Chey Sports Complex and a Jumedie no ekoso or the den efieda ebe and a Jumedie no ebebas way a Unity Annual Thanksgiving Service for 2025 the 17th edition and a ebaso 2025 ya bawuram enti sabre ye ko bompa ye ade nyame ase so de ewuram na yasre nyame so omfa ye nwie ewo Dr. Kwame Chey Sports Complex efiada ebe 10th of January so artist bebre and eba Steve Crown of Nigeria Pastor Uche Ogu on so for US of A Apostle Kingsley Ike if Nigeria Elder Dr. Kwesi Miraku beba Cecilia Mafo beba PCS tabeba Jackal Alolomi beba Kwaku Jesse ene ayenum tufo bebre beba yenko na yenko si ye anase yenko bompa ye na yende nyame ase na yensa suntu ye ho ense nyame nsa hye som dwumedie no eba so Friday ya 10th of January and a dwumedie no eno so ebetimi abaso Ebaso cream e cream a make for the amount we ye bema bomode yisu ebaso cream ni bi we yisu ebaso cream na beboa wie papa woni obehie ma sese na nyama ababesen kwa Ebaso cream and I use ya ebe masa problem ni so twa ediama apply kitu ebi o penis no wo apply kitu ebi pe na chese ebe boa ama wetimi ani oba ni shema enigye no enso aba ede amamo edi agiatum uyi so wonya any side effect bia any drugstore chemical shop bia beko bia no obenye bia to your number ni 0244750510 0244750510 obetima frey one number way so your sanso echiremu obi o sisi ukotoje waposo yo ya elephant ointment and we so you see what is sasa so beboa wie papa and this sadic herbal powder and so be dwaso powder ebetimi de good team aduane bia wodi bia no obetimi de gum ebeboa ama koko yare no etimi etuase e de ama ye the elephant herbal mixture be dwaso obi a yemetim dia ye elephant herbal mixture and obi a osisi yo ya elephant herbal mixture and what's wonum Flezon 600 e wo dwaso and beboa obi a wanya stroke obi a beso bon ban free stroke anase obi a wotena se kakra na anase achew 9 obi a nante kakra bi no abre Flezon 600 indroim any drugstore chemical shop bi abekobia no obenye bi atom latest foam your partner for life abrabom yonko any latest foam you must have fun to enim se sabre we obi a ton latest foam for nyama ni bia for when che omu showroom bia na ko penyama ni bitom anaso be ko factory no e wo kase obi ba so ye agent enu nto ba beboa amansa ka latest foam nyama ni bia wo boa ma police for enchino agent bienwa ojina latest form intemo obabua mansa akabi Balm of Gilead Alternative Clinic and Diagnostic Center for nature Balm of Gilead yasoye yare bia ha obia na babua etuase na ma diabetes hypertension stroke peptic ulcer na how arthritis anasem wo bia opawo for nature Balm of Gilead na yambua ye papa from no we obia pe BOG vinegar ne so obenya bi awo yasoye your number is 0240 512171 0240 512171 0539 863838 obetima frame our number way so for nature Dwabirura Bank Limited bank boa for pa kobi account to Dwabirura Bank say savings account current account Susu savings account, fixed deposit, money transfer, Dwabirura Bank Limited, and the Babuao. Your branches out a year, Josu Bon Re Abuaso, Dwabin Pancrono on New Roman Hill, magazine. New road and a sepetim pofumesa and additional market Ubehuyen and so Amalina Traders Heaventon Kuranyama ya baby plaza kesiem our patasi and it is open Kurani bibiata for nature Malina ya babwa ama sam and so etimi akebi na January bedema nu esinum shenesom se February bosomno ade toso miensa February 3rd February 3rd Kessben Sports ebebaso ewo Kessben TV Plus obetima hwe Kessben TV Plus na wanya eye Kessben Sports e wo so enu nti hye ne so February boso na de toso miensa open morning show ahwe open match ahwe a bomodin na fo ni tu share eye Kessben TV Plus ho na benya speaker e wo so ejoda ekoduru fiada speaker match djumedi no ebeba so Kessben TV Plus na fe Kessben TV kobna osu dankwa ene ofakofia pia enso so ebeba so Kessben TV so fiti joda ekoduru fiada our Kessben TV so eno ni share da o nyamom Kessben Sports dear fiti 3rd of February obenya Kessben Sports ahwe o Kessben TV Plus so obenya Kessben Sports ahwe o Kessben TV so obenya Kessben Sports ahwe e wo aseda eye TV so eno ni share da we ebe sha asem on the 3rd of February ti January obi an hye so na ondi so emfama ye enso se so se January rich keep fit for womo over the weekend di omo ye adea sronkokura orphanage homes awodro womo ye presentations awodro de momo sika awodro echichom nyama dwumedi ekoso na January de kan wo de ntie akosi bodu ona eda rich keep fit no na do omo an wo de nsem tudwa ewo dwumedi na se ansa na presentation no ekoso ntie nsem a odi etudwa no
ya invite biaba ha nyame aduma ode dum ye the year 2024 yeso ya pone ho kakra a yeso pese ye de so wo masene na omo de running omo homes no se home running enye agro se wo ko baby na ko hye baby ankoda ni bida wa se oya danu ko fie na otimi didi ana che se wa word enti koi ya tutu ye sase kakra ye nya sika pole 160,000 Ghana cedis it is kind of 1.6 billion ene ye ba be chama sa orphanage si enti se money ju wa mo fa se mo am rate 4,000 officers must keep it down. Yaya, and you were last year. You donate donations between, but you pay a becca. And say, Yakupo, dear, we are doing a Kukuamwa. We shall go bedroom. You said, yeah, piano. Yame Obeton Super so. Ama, Butaya and Jumedia was city piano. I am the pepper penalty as in the gym. Enti, Mepacho, Mibabu TV, but ribs are more. Your friend is saying,
a free and you coach Nani idea. Osi Bemadi who ye
say ya. Bemadi who ye say ya. Anya Rukra.
Anya Rukra see. A tough from CD
and then your cry.
Problems. When this or you don't know. All right. Because we do chairman at the Chicago Dopi at the orphanages and only nano later. At the home for Nini and Samahodua or the two and him in ano at the Ebeba later. Inti Yakwaba, Nansama chairman at the two Janina. And so yet, Emrano Qua and a communim send you till a bit my short one. We are just idea. This Yediko Yami Ayaduma Otina chairman or her Sanso and Abbas. The Abbas who such regional chapters committee chairman.
So or regional chairman.
Do sucheno.
Nyamiso Dean in a tree.
Oh no, the better do it.
The Mimi is Yandy.
Has Ashanti.
Ashanti, as a media national.
Your friend says
national. Jacques.
Jacques.
The national no ye bar, any better than grassy by region, Mutibuabu, okay. Yenyabuabu, I won't journal. I yen a frail regional. Said region national na about ho
into a free name who said we are sort of regional chapters committee chairman
and young meme na meme national and region in Jaina so yamin America
okay
and yamin America bro for ever say bro for traditional bra national and region Jaina so
into so channel
yamin so me say national and region the so channel yon kono and the
opposition was sort of
national and region the so no and the all right and the Efa. National region. The region is a national idea. I am fa.
Okay.
I am fa.
Okay. Let's
yes, boss.
Yes, sir.
I go show more. Enra, mebo kotoko team na baso. Enra born a boy na. I know what the pa. Na no shipa. Na kotoko boys ne bobo pa mamaniji.
Okay.
Yeah, kaya complaining can refuse as semina. Yes, squander chances be ya. Na easier scoring than missing. Then na ko but game no. They only be no. Maybe I did football that I could do. So I never win it. Miss.
It's lie in the mammo a boardroom.
Oh, I wouldn't say it's lie. Oh, that's what awesome because yeah, we also squandered sometimes. Bianca, yeah, can defend things altogether. Yeah. So referee cry, you no offense in favor. Also, to prove wealth. You prove your wealth. Go over to match. Referee who be behind the and you say go ya kwampuku ahead here to me. Referee to me who be a man in the money. And no 3 chances be a man koya. Sanka, ye boy, home modica cray beer. Bianca and then can defense. But I said, you one time in football, when you are eager to score, that's where you make silly mistakes. Some petty mistakes. No one now making no. To me, football, the bottom me and a bonus said in the crowd so fun and normal. So fun and normal. Until now, you're about in place now, so you're going to play. No, born in place a born. Take care of my air, but the catch a Chamasolution, some men and me that Cotocotina, no, Cabos can more winning bonus. Cono boss ne bobo papa. Bobo pa, it don't matter. And I think I could say, boy, Juma, pa. I was about to be free. Who say 1 book will buy 2 matches, 2 goals. You say, the better by sign be. When you know, 7 them run. I mean, I come on. I don't know. I remember what I'm also for worry. I don't know. I also now Toyota Haze. Now, we require a car carrying. And now, 2 full beer. Manubina. My the call a buy or more contingent in your side video be a quite a bit. Driver didn't call so hour, me one up Nura from how to take 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, but so 3 hours, Pepe Bedrew. No, I think bedroom temper.
Speed no,
and they come up in Bonabasso. Well, very careful.
Drive.
Oh, yes, driving away. Who cause speed? Now we are careful. He overtakes one of his enemy at the home. There must have no problem. About front and your boy on Commons and Yaba withdrew. Your boss supported singing about Takwa for your bomber bus of Fatomia led by Dutch in Umboy Mapa and Bobby Abaso. 1 point.
Operations, Uncle Ye.
oh ekoye so 1 point dey because operation ankoye because no do gate one no enye easy o me say more than see ekwa kon anya sam keto yes sir
into infancy
and that's my birthday
and then your birthday yes
Mr. Pastor you
and then my birthday wow and then we feel the way oh let's by we so happy birthday yakopon onyo kese wate akoma so ade nyina no yakopon fama na oma kwantenten na onfiska grand attack na fi fisi say awudi next one no na chese who the on fa usika ne woni unyam ne ade nye why
na asi league na was celebrate yes
has it mean league sa ewo chairman na niso
pass nyam advice na
okay na has ni age league na chairman celebrate here be na birthday na come chef
yes
ye kwa ni say
yeah
ye odi asem that's a house of folk never say that until the bones are rotten Timo and symbol nyankopon ahyande ahyase de ba kopɛ ewiase house of folk
symbol bay
that's the rainbow colors ya calyx no and ya piki bi ne de calyx ngofo de secret and now kwa kra secret kwa ni wo that interchange
Abbas me confirm
boss nti dia me kan say house of folk city o mutie dia no pai no mun kan yie say ye the fifth Kotoko the 6 aye plus 6 Kotoko ye plus 3 plus 5 enti ya bitu o mo born ye de mram yenu na ye Ghana head to head and goals ye monjo ya head to head nya adwuma ye monyo ye ne da kan and they say ya no that's a symbol na da kan no rainbow colors ye pick ye no circle no at the 6 ye catch the house of folk for say no na chama ye ka players ni bi ye kuta about 4 players ya me gidi yes every now coping Friday as folk supported better good news technical team management and board me san nyina no o ma no Yakob Nkrom amane amatimi ayi okay amaye na players na house of folk supporters better no sinama wa we ya house of folk what be so me come just kono ngoni akwa kwache player ne body chewa wo so me come wa just kono ngoni akwa kwache
wo Africana ya
Efia obibet me piefia na fia yuhusu no fifia ya
okay
et the plaster problem are solving house of folk set please let it ban ye bi ni wo mu di ba yo
the players your boy chanting here bia na
dabi omu ye players ya and me no ka say nyina mo house of folk camp
oh okay
yeah about the close of today and I said the china no house of supported but the good news na house of folk
wow
cause board chairman and the board ayo imagine say
go outside na
e be about outside house of voters see and we decide said the person we hear me best stadium be on be here it's your board chairman baso and then the board members say yenso ye be there was here na chapter 9 regional chapters so ye be election it's yesre obia chanya me adoma ye si NCC na mo regionum it's nyame adoma china ye be hia wasem it obia mo no body so obeba na within the chapters members on person on contest election and number 4:00 obia otie Kessben na Kessben no pa bia na omobodi so obeba ya ka bia na ye ofia nyame adom e china takwa jane ne ye de hunza beba
okay
e fa ye ho pa
next game
next game you call Western region no mo dey say
Western region media mana
dabi Samates
yeah
okay but I'm say 19th 19th na league ni be say resume
all right na players am be ba ma support sa board am dey say asem utu mi ka fia kokono wunda na we yi o
dabi
say utu so mo fa egu asa ba no
maza ani jia bi o wa obi ani jia onu asa ma onu asa ma ko ho bu no ya obi ani jia ko ho sa bu no na ni jia na ko wa bu no na me mania jina ma ka so tu bi ka fa ho bai
obi ka se bi
mania ji na mi tu bi ka fa ho bai ya obi ani jia ho ya ofia ya nim ye fia bi ani jia mo mani ya nine
Esther Akubiem
obi wona ni ji kura wa ni ya nine
Akubiem referee the back and then the birthday we see happy the papa and the mama Mr. and Mrs. Akubiem say omo no ya juma o National Service Communications Authority Okuforidua Madam Esther Akubiem says
yeah, was a happy birthday. There was one for picture that moment.
The mama pages
the on the men translate. Okay, Esther no all right. I say I wish you happy birthday. I go push out. Happy birthday. All right. I'm saying, you know, be so wish you happy birthday. You be see my breaking news about your so about it. Try say. Na ba second one ka say o mobile room want to make.
That one ka sa. See any tie. Thank you senior man. Thank you the legend. Thank you. Legend obi ani kimi jine na near 9.
Nantwe de ne get to make so about them.
Dabi. Tafo. Thank you, Zira man. Thank you, legend. Thank you, legend.
Breaking news up next. And the winner say, "You say, no, no, extra time, Jimmy Dean."